Yes, sir.
My Lord, we confirm our appearance on behalf of the state.
As it pleases the court, my lord, I confirm my appearance on behalf of Mr. Ntanzi.
Yes.
Is it please the court, my lord? I am confirming that I am still appearing on behalf of Mr. Shibia and Mr. Mube.
Yes, sir.
As it pleases the court, my lord, I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa. I'm also standing in for my colleague, Advocate Mshololo.
Okay, for number 5.
In respect of accused number 5, Mr. Ndoli, thank you.
Yeah, bro. Where's the gentleman who was giving evidence? Mr. Ramsepidi, where's your client?
My lord, somebody is going to fetch him. He's normally outside here.
He's fetching the keys.
No, he's fetching the witness.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So you're still under oath?
Yeah, okay, thanks. Yes, Mr. Imalo.
Thank you, my lord. Kenneth will kickstart from where we ended yesterday.
Okay,
As I've informed you, Kenneth, about the background of how Mr. Ntanzi was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. And he landed to your police station on the 2nd of July 2020. So between that period, the 16th and the 2nd of July 2020, he had been to 4 police stations. That is Pretoria North Police Station, Primrose Police Station, Malt Police Station, and another one, Brook Lane Police Station. That is before he was transferred to your police station on the 2nd of July 2020.
I don't know which other police station was he there before, but I only know the time when we received him on those days, my lord.
Mnumzane ke saphinde siqhubekele phambili lapho sigcine khona izolo ke ngisakubekela yomlando kaNtanzi ukuthi ke uye waya ngani ngathi boshwa ke uye wahanjiswa wayiswa kuma police station ke ama police station amane kusukela nge-16 zika July kusukela nge-16 zika June 2 zika July bekuyi Pretoria North Primrose imorti ke nenye police station ngokuthi ufakazi cha ke angwazi ke namanye ama police station la ayiswa kuona ngaphambi kuthaletho kule yethu.
You are correct, Colonel. You might not have known about the background of his movement, but that is the evidence on record. So, Colonel, is it correct that in respect of the SAP 15, there is exhibit ZZZ 9 in bracket, which was handed in as an exhibit in court yesterday? Is it correct that in respect of the police station that I've referred to, there is a relief commander, a CSC commander in respect of that police station, as well as various registers, the SAP 22 and the SAP 13?
That's correct, my lord.
Mnumzane ke ungasho na ukuthi ke mhlambe ke awazi lo mlando wakho uNtanzi ukuthi wayesaba kuma police station kodwa ke ngithanda ukubekela ukuthi ke ufakazi okhona ema record la inkantolo obathula la inkantolo futhi ke ngaphandle kwale SAP 15 ke exhibit ZZZ1 lesayifaka izolo kune relief commander ne SSC commander nama register lephela mbala ke SAP 22 ne SAP
SAP 22.
SAP 22 uthi yebo kunjalo.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that in respect of the movement of the accused, Mr. Ndanzi, in respect of those various police stations, when he's transferred from one police station to the other, he would have been searched by the cell manager?
So every cell suspect who entered into the cells, he must be searched by the cell manager when he enters the cells, my lord.
Manje ke mnumzane ke uyakhuluma namanye sike ngalenkathi Ntanzi ke bemthatha ke bemisa kuma police station ahlukahlukene makahle elapha ePhosini uyasesha ngithi uyena cell manager na uthi kofakazi ke wonke umuntu oboshiwe ke uma ke ezemaseleni umele uthaseshwe.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that if there is anything, for instance, the central issue here is a cell phone, if it is found during the search, you will have been registered in the SAP 22 as well as the SAP 13 register?
It will be registered in the SAPS 22 as the prisoner's property, my lord.
Uyavuna nami ke mnumzane ukuthi ke into esikhuluma ngayo manje ke i-cellphone. Uma ngabe ke mhlambe ke ngalenkathi esesha yena umuntu oboshiwe ke watholakala i-cellphone kuyena, le cellphone lefuneka ibhaliswe phansi ke ku-SAP 22 no-SAP 13 na uthi yebo umuntu mangabe uboshiwe ke funeka ibhaliswe ke intweni zakhe ke agcinele zona o-SAP 22.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that when it is found during the hourly visits or inspection or just random search, the police officers who found it will register that occurrence in the occurrence book, the SAP 10 register?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo futhi kunjalo ukuthi mangabe mhlambe ke kunama bayavakashela mhlambe lamahora bavakashela bona noma ke bayasethwa ke umuntu osebenza laphana ke mangabe kuthola into ezabe kufuneka efake ke into zakhe ezigcinile.
In your police station, Colonel, if indeed this cell phone, because there is evidence, I'm still coming to that, there is evidence that a cell phone was found on the 7th of February 2021. How would you have known if there was a cell phone found by the police?
I will also only identify it during my inspection in the registers that we have mentioned, my lord.
Manje ke mnumzane masithi ke ngoba khona umfakazi ke obathula la inkantolo uthole nge7 zika February khona ke cellphone eyatholwa ke manje wena ke ubungazi njani noma ngabe vele ngempela ikhona ke cellphone ke mhlambe yatholwa ke uthi kofakazi ke bengizokwazi lokho bangabe ke ngenze inspection ke kuona ama registers ke ngibuka kuona.
Which registers are those?
The SAPS 22, if it is deemed fit for exhibit, it will be then written in the SAPS 13.
Uyabuza kumele ukuthi ke manje amapha ama register lokho mangawo ukuthi ke mhlambe noma ngabe ke uyowahlola ubungathola lokufakazi la kuyashwele u-SAP 22 no SAP 13.
Offhand, Colonel, do you know the police officers who were on duty on the 7th of February 2021? Do you know or don't know?
I don't know. I'm not having the SAPS 15 for that duration, my lord.
Manje ke Kennedy ke uyawazi ke amaphoyisa ke besemsebenzini ngomhla ka7 February ke uthi ke ufakazi ke cha ke ngoba manje akunayo ke SAP 15 iregister ikhombisa ukuthi ubani bebengenile ke yalo suku.
Colonel, how does the shift work? I mean the shift when police officers take over other police officers?
They're doing the things that we call handing over. It means that when they have to go and check, the relief that they are relieving them is sending over the goods that are in their position, and also the relief commander must go to the cells and verify it if everything that they've been handed to them corresponds with what is written in the handing over.
Manje ke Kennedy ke uma ngabe ke manje abanye bayaphuma khona abanye abangenayo kusetshenzwa kanjani-ke uthi-ke okwenzakalayo labo-ke abazophuma-ke banikezela labo abangenayo konke-ke lokhu kubona u-relief-ke commander uzofuneka ahambe naye emaselini ahambe ayobheka ukuthi-ke lokhu okubhalwe phansi nalokho akubonayo-ke kuyahambisana.
On the 7th of February 2021, which was a Sunday, that is the date which is contentious, serial number 329 at 0000, which is 12 midnight. Midnight inspection held by Constable Mahlagwana. Do you know Constable Mahlagwana?
Yes, my lord is working at my station.
Mhla ka-7 February ngo-2020-ke isonto sikhuluma-ke ngokubhalwe phansi serial number 329 isikhathi ku-0000 ngaphakathi kobusuku. Inspection-ke yayenzwa-ke uConstable Mahlagwana uthi uyamazi nayo uMahlagwana lo usebenza estation lesi akusona naye.
He says the following: at 1, prisoners in the cells, 1 prisoners in the cell, 10 awaiting trial in custody, no complaints. 2, no money in the safe. 3 members posted in the CSC. 4, 2 members in the crime office. 5, 1 vehicle outside doing patrols and complaints. 6, no domestic violence reported. 7, no missing person reported. 8, no outstanding dockets to be cased and scanned. 9, all unused vehicles are correctly parked. 10, camp is clean and neat. The entry is signed by Constable Mahlagwana, and there is his force number there. You understand that?
I understand that, my lord.
uMahlagwana-ke naye-ke uyobhala phansi ngalolo suku lolo ngale nkathi yena-ke yenza inspection kuyachaza ukuthi kunomsola oyi-1 eselini kunamalungu amathathu-ke awe-CSC namane-ke awe-crime prevention nemoto eyi-1 ngaphandle eyenza ama-patrol. Akukho-ke mhlawumbe kowakhala-ke ngokuhlukunyezwa noma ngokushaya domestic violence. Wekho futhi nomuntu-ke uyowareport ukuthi mhlawumbe-ke khona umuntu-ke mhlawumbe olahlekile kunama-docket-ke alahlekile futhi nokuthi lapha ebheke khona kuklini yonke into-ke ingesimo esikahle.
Then at serial number 330, time is 00:40 minutes. That is 20 to 1 in the morning of the 7th of February 2021. Station visit. Colonel Toga does the station visit. Who is that, Colonel?
It's myself, my lord.
Masibheka futhi-ke lapha-ke kwenye inombolo-ke lapha kubhalwe khona-ke isikhathi beku-0040 ngalusuku lolo-ke i-7 kaFebruary ngo-2021 uvakashela station-ke kubhalwe ukuthi ukhonela uThoka uyena-ke umuntu-ke owavakashela station-ke ubani uThoka lo uthi yimina-ke uThoka Nkosi enkantolo.
So 1, members on duty as per SAP 15, 2, 10 awaiting trial in the cells, 3, no docket to be registered, 4, no outstanding complaints on 1.13.3, 5, the CSC was clean and neat, 6 members in the CSC are in and no complaints reported. It is signed by yourself and there is your first number there. Do you confirm that?
That is the procedure that we are following when we are visiting the station, my lord.
Yebo-ke indlela-ke esisebenza ngayo-ke lama-station-ke sibhale phansi ngalo suku lolo-ke ngabhala ngempela ukuthi-ke ngalo suku lolo bekunganama-complaini nabantu be-CSC bebakhona abasebenzayo lapho abayi-6 bakhona nokuthi-ke bekunganama-complaini ayaphuma kubantu laba abangaphakathi abagciniwe futhi-ke nendawo abagcile kuyona-ke beklini kunanasithi-ke nesikhalazo kubona.
The cells are visited, Colonel. I'm not going to go through the serial numbers and the entries at hourly intervals by Warrant Officer Kobe and Constable Mahlagwana. Do you understand that?
I understand that, my lord.
And futhi ke khona futhi ke nokunye futhi ke engize ngiqale phansi mhlambe ngibeka la enkantolo ama visitor ke kobe nayo mahlakwana.
On the same day, which is now in the early morning, at entry 355 at 11, cells are visited by Sergeant Khasi and Sergeant Modau. The entry is signed by Sergeant Khasi and his force number. The cells are visited at hourly intervals. But I must put it to you, Colonel, that there is no incidents reported during the cell visits. And on my inspection of the register, there is no entry indicating that there was a cell phone which was found on the 7th of February, 2021. The entry recorded by the police officers who were on duty on that day. Do you understand that, Colonel?
I understand, my lord.
Futhi ke malosifunda lesabona ke ngolusuku ngalosuku lolu7 kaFebruary ngo2021 isikhathi ke ku11 ke abebekhona emsebenzini lekugasi nayo uMdawu nabo ke bayachaza ukuthi ke amasele ke ayavakashela ke ihora nehora kodwa ke akaze babhala ukuthi mhlambe khona into ezenzakala ke uthi kodwa umeli ke uma ke qhubekela phambili lokubheka ke leya register ke akukho lapho kubhalwe khona ukuthi nge7 kaFebruary ngo2021 ke khona i-cellphone ke yatholakala.
Maybe for the record, I must ask you this question, Colonel. Do you know Sergeant Mokhane from the National Court Case Unit?
I know him as the investigating officer for Mr. Lazarus,
For?
for the accused Mzanzi.
Oh, okay.
Is here.
Manje ke Colonel ke ngicela ukubuza ukuthi ke uyamazi nawo lo Sergeant Mokhane na uthi ke ngemazi ke njengephoyisa ke liphenya icala le kantanzi.
Did you know the late Sergeant Mabena?
They were working together on the case, my lord.
Uyamazi ke lo ngasekho ke Sergeant Mabena sifakazi ke bebesebenza bonke ke kulona lecala.
Colonel, there is undisputed evidence that on the 7th of February 2021, they visited your police station, which is Villere Police Station. So, I just want to find this, Colonel. On their arrival, how will they end up in the police cells where Mr. Ndanzi was kept? Would they go straight to the police, to the cell where he is kept, or they will start at the CSC? What is the procedure?
The procedure is that they will start at the CSC and request the members that are working in the cells to accompany them to the cells.
Manje ke khona ke ufakazi ke kungaphikiswana ke ukukhona enkantolo ubathula ke ukuthi ake nge7 kaFebruary ngo2021 ke bona lamaphoyisa amabili ke uMokhane naye Mabena bafika lapho usebenzela khona ke eVillere ke ngicela ukubuza ukuthi manje uma befika lapho eVillere ke ukuthi baze bafike emaselini kwenza bavele bahambe bayesilete emaselini noma uhamba njani ukuthi ufakazi cha okwenzakalayo ke kufanele baqale lapho eCSC qala khona amaphoyisa ke azokwazi ukuhamba nabo baye ke emaselini.
If, for instance, as in this case, Sergeant Mokhane alleges that a cell phone was found, what will be the procedure then of recording or of the recorder of that occurrence on that day?
The procedure is that it will be recorded in our OB occurrence book, as well as if he deemed it fit for him to need it for investigation, it will be in the SAPS 13. If it's not for the prisoner's property, it will be in the SAPS 22.
Manje ke masithi ke uma uMokhane ethi ke kwaba khona ke cellphone eyatholakala ke ngalolu suku lolo ke manje uhlelo bokusetshenzwa ngalo ke ukuthi i-cellphone lokuthi ke kwazeke ngayo kuhamba kanjani ke kunapha kubhalwa khona na uthi ke ufakazi yebo ke kufanele ibhalwe ke kuma OB incwadi zama OB uma ngabe yena mhlawumbe ubona mhlambe ke kufanele isetshenziswe njengobufakazi ke kufanele ibhalwe ke la ku SAP 13 uma ngabe ke mhlambe ke kufanele ifake kwintweni zakhe umsola ke lo agcinele zona kufanele ifake SAP 22.
By SAP 13, you mean the SAP 13 register of Villere Police Station?
That's correct, my lord.
Manje uma ukhuluma ke ngo-SAP13 ke ukhuluma ke nge-register yalapha eVilera police station na uthi yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Then, Kenneth, what will be the action to be taken by the members who are in the company of Sergeant Mokhane and Mabena? Is there anything that they are supposed to do, procedural?
If it is written in those, in the SAPS 13, they will then book it out again for the investigation.
Manje ke colonel ke manje funeka manje lama izinyathelo ziphi amaphoyisa lawo ke yakhona funeka sithathe ke malana ke naleyo cellphone abayitholile ke uthi ke mangabe ke sebayibhalile ke lapho eSAP13 uma futhi mhlambe sebayidinga futhi mhlawumbe bafuna ukwenza uphenyo ngafuneka bayikhiphe futhi bayikhiphe out leyo cellphone.
Amongst these members, who is the member who is going to complete the SAP13 register? Is it Mokhane or members from the Vilera police station?
The member who found the exhibit in the SAPS, in the cells.
Manje ke umuphi ke manje umuntu ke noma iphoyisa limele ukuthi ke manje ke libhale ke le phone le kweSAP13 ke uMokhane noma ke lamaphoyisa laphana ke uthi lofakazi cha nokubhale ke yena lo owathola ke leyo cellphone uyona funeke ke akubhale lokho phansi.
Could be Sergeant Mokhane or the late Sergeant Mabena.
If it is found by them, it's them that must write it.
Manje ke kuzoba uSergeant Mokhane noma uSergeant Mabena na uthi mangabe ithole yibona bafuneke babhale phansi.
Colonel, I will take you through now the proceedings, my lord, of the 15th of April 2024, which is the evidence of Sergeant Mokhane. I'm just going to inform you what he told us, called the background, which made him to visit your police station on the 7th of February 2021. At page 15, Colonel, of the 15th of April 2024, at line 14, this is his evidence in chief when he was led by my colleague, Advocate Baloy. At line 14. Mr. Mokhane, on the 8th of February, myself and the late Sergeant Mabena, we took accused number 2's phone to Middleburg. Mr. Baloy is my colleague, Advocate Baloy. Just tell us, how did it happen from the beginning? Mr. Mokhane, on the 7th of February 2021, I was informed by the late Sergeant Mabena at line 20, Mr. Baloy. You received a report from Sergeant Mabena, and what did you do as a result of that report, Mr. Mokhane? He said we should meet at Vilera police station. Mr. Baloy, yes. I said just testify about what you know. Did you proceed to Vilera police station? At page 16 of the proceedings of the 15th of April 2024, Mr. Mokhane. Yes, we did, Mr. Baloy. Yes. And what happened there at Vilera police station, Mr. Mokhane? Upon our arrival at Vilera police station, we found out that accused had a cell phone whilst he was in custody in the cells, Mr. Baloy. Just tell us step by step what happened when you got to Vilera police station, Mr. Mokhane. After I had received a call from Sergeant Mabena, we had agreed to meet at Vilera police station. Therefore, when we arrived, we asked the police officers that we would like to visit Danzi's cell, Mr. Baloy. And that is accused 2, Mr. Mokhane. That is correct. Mr. Baloy, yes. Mr. Mokhane. They accompanied us to the cell. They opened for us. We went into the cell and we found Mr. Danz, Mr. Baloy. Just refer to him as accused 2 so that not to confuse the record, Mr. Mokhane. At line 20. Accused 2, my apologies. And we asked him, where is the cell phone that you have been using, which we did not know of? He showed us that cell phone, and he showed us the cell phone as it was in his blankets. We took that cell phone and placed it inside the exhibit bag in his presence. At page 17 of the proceedings of the 15th of April 2024. Mr. Baloyi, yes. Mr. Makhane, we left with it, Mr. Baloyi. Is that the cell where inaccused 2 was? Was he alone? Was he sharing the cell with another prisoners, Mr. Makhane? As I've previously testified, my lord, he was held alone in a cell. Mr. Baloyi, yes. Mr. Makhane. On the following day, we took that cell phone to Mingleberg for downloading. So, Colonel, I think I'll stop there because I was just raising this to tell you of the background of how Sergeant Mokhane and the late Sergeant Mabena arrived at Vilera Police Station on the 7th of February 2021. It is going to be interpreted. Then you will respond.
Ummeli manje ke ubekela ke ufakazi obathula uyena ke umnumzane Mokhane ke la inkantolo ngale nkathi athula ufakazi ngomhla ka 15 April ke uthi ke uMr Mokhane ke nge-8 zika February yena naye ke ongasekho ke ulate Sergeant Mabena bathatha ke umsola wesibili ke i-cellphone bayisa eMiddelburg. Umnumzane Balo uyabuza ke manje sitshele ukuthi manje kwenzeka kanjani uqale khona eqaleni ke uthi ke Mokhane ke ngomhla ka 7 February ngo2021 ngiye ngatshelwa ke uyena uSergeant Mabena uthi Baloyi ke uye wathola ke umbiko so Sergeant Mabena manje wasewenzani ke ngawo lo mbiko lo kwaba yini futhi imiphumela yakhona uthi Mokhane ke uMabena uye wathi ke funeka sihlangane ke lapha eVilera Police Station wathi ke uBaloyi yebo ke ngiye ngathi ke thula ufakazi bakho ngalokho kwaziyo wena ngaqhubekela phambili uye waqhubeka wahamba ke waya khona lapha eVilera Police Station na uthi Mokhane yebo ke ngiye ngahamba uthi Baloyi ke kwasekwenzakalani manje sifika lapha eVilera Police Station uthi Mokhane ke mangifika lapha eVilera Police Station ke ngiye ngathola uthi umsola wesibili ke useselini futhi ugcinwe ngaphakathi wathi ke uBaloyi ke sitshele ke uthathe kancane ukuthi kwenzakaleni ngale nkathi ke ngifika lapha eVilera Police Station uthi Mokhane ke emva kokuthi ke sengithole ke ucingo ubuya kuSergeant Mabena siye savumelana ukuthi sihlangane ke eVilera Police Station ngakho ke masifika lapha yana sisacela noma sisaqala ke amaphoyisa akhona lapho ukuthi ke singathanda ukuthi sibonane ke naye uNtanzi emaselini athi Baloyi manje ke ukuba ngayo accuse wesithuna uthi yebo ke ukuba ngayo ke umsola lo wesibili athi Mokhane ke baye basiphelezela ukuthi semaselini base besivulela sase singena ngaphakathi sathola ke uNtanzi ngaphakathi emaselini wathi lo Baloyi ke ukuthi ke bakhuluma ngoNtanzi ke umbizo ukuthi ke umsola wesibili ukuthi ama record ke angazokwazi ukuthi mhlawumbe aphambane wathi Mokhane ke umsola wesibili ngiyaxolisa inkosi enkantolo ke siye sambuza ukuthi iphi ke i-cellphone leyo kayisebenzisa ngoba siyazi indaba ye-cellphone uye wasikhombisa yena leyo cellphone leyo ibingaphansi ibingaphakathi ke kwezingubo sayithatha ke leyo cellphone leyo ke sasifaka ngaphakathi kwesikhwama lesi ke esifaka ukufakaza okutholakele naye ekhona khona lapho ke yena umnumzane uNtanzi wathi Baloyi yebo qhubeka sase sisuka lapho ke sihamba manje uthi Baloyi ke lapha eseleni ke umsola wesibili ube yedwa naphakathi esinoma ke bekhona umuntu behlala naye ngaphakathi mhlawumbe uboshiwe uthi ke njengoba ngiye ngaqhaza ngaphambili inkosi enkantolo ube yedwa eselindele bahlala kuyona wathi Baloyi okay wathi Mokhane ke usuku olulandelayo ke sayithatha ke leyo cellphone leyo sahamba naye saye eMiddelburg lapho ke uyodownload khona.
So, Colonel, do you understand now the background?
I understand that, my lord.
Manje Colonel ke uyezwa ke lapho sisiya khona ke uthi yebo ngiyezwa.
So, Colonel, what is the significance or the importance of recording in the occurrence book, the SAP 10 register and the SAP 22 and the SAP 10 and the SAP 13? Why is it important that officers should record in those documents or registers?
In the SAPS 13, it's called 4.2, which is stated clearly the circumstances and place where the property was seized. That could assist us in identifying where the property was founded. Then after that, those properties will then be registered in the SAPS, in the OB, as they are described. Description must be the same as the one in the SAPS 13, so that even if the 13 can be missed, we still have information in the occurrence book.
Manje ke Colonel ke yini ke ilona izathu noma ukubaleka ukuthi ke konke lokho otholakele mhlambe kufanele ukubhaliwe kuma register wethu SAP 13 nayo SAP 22 ke uthi ke ukubaleka ngoba SAP 13 ke kufanele ke manje ke kubhalwe ukuthi ke lokho kutholakale kuphi ngaphansi kweziphi izimo emva kwalokho futhi kubhalwe futhi la kwi-OB yethu occurrence book ke kwenzakala mhlambe bangabe kwenzeka mhlambe ke ilona enye yakhona iyalahleka kube khona ke labo ibhalwe kwenye indawo ke kodwa makubhalwe ku-13 na ku-OB kufanele kubhalwe ngendlela efanayo kukho kokubili.
At page 35 of the 15th of April 2024, that is now under cross-examination by my colleague, Mr. Ramsepele. This is what he says about the registers. It's a cross-examination by my colleague, Mr. Ramsepele, to Sergeant Mohan. At line 5, it's a question by Mr. Ramsepele. Now, when you go to the cells as an outside police officer who is not based at that police station, or even the police officer that are based there, when they go to the cell master, they must write in the occurrence book of the cells that Sergeant Mokhane visited accused to for this purpose. Was that done, Mr. Mokhane? Not knowing about those police officers that were stationed at Valeria, however, I did not write, Mr. Ramsepele. But the point is this, even if they write, I know normally you do not do entries in that station's book. They made the entry, but you co-signed the entry if it is made, Mr. Mokhane. I do not know how they operate.
Manje lana ke ile nkathi ke umzane ke Ramusipili kubo yibuye namanje ubuza imibuzo ebuza yena ke umzane Mokhale ke uthi ke umzane Ramusipili ke manje ngale nkathi ke niya lapha ke emaseleni ke manje emaseleni ke njengephoyisa ke lingasebenzeli kusona leso station leso ke eniya kusona manje mafika lapha nisuke nenze kanjani nifike nibhale ke nani kuyona leyo occurrence book ke enifica lapha yana lapha nibhakashele khona ke uthi ke uMokhane ke mina ke ngingazi ukuthi ke la maphoyisa lapha yana ke Valeria ke asebenza kanjani noma bayabhala noma kanjani athi Ramusipili but kodwa ke kulesimo esisona manje ke uma kubhaliwe phansi lapha station nani nifike nibhale noma nifike nisayini lapha ubhalwe phansi ke uthi ke uMokhane cha mina ke angazi ukuthi ke bona la maphoyisa lapha ukuthi bona basebenza njani
Before you respond, Kenneth, maybe I must take you to the same cross-examination by my colleague, Advocate Ramusepele, at page 29, on the proceedings of the 15th of April 2024, at line 20. It's a question by my colleague, Mr. Ramusepele. It reads as follows, and I quote. I was saying, and I'll speak slowly, given the high-profile nature and the facts that he is alleged to have committed this heinous act together with the other co-accused. that he can communicate with them and alert them of the arrest and certain things. That by itself say he must be charged for being in possession of that phone. But at page 30, if we forget that normally the standing orders are this: somebody, a prisoner in possession of a phone, it is an offense in terms of the standing orders. Mr. Mokhane, I repeat, that is why we took that cell phone, and we took it in that they should go and investigate on who he was speaking to and what were the conversation about, and then we would make a decision after those investigations were completed. Mr. Ramsepele, did you record in the diary that on this day I found a cell phone in accused two's possession in the cells in Pretoria? Mr. Mokhane, yes, I did that. Mr. Ramsepele, I'm going to request that you present same so that it can be exhibited to us. Mr. Mokhane, I'll request the court to forgive me that I will not be able to produce that diary, as my diary of 2020-21 got missing. Those quotation. Mr. Ramsepele, I'm getting a sense of deja vu. Mr. Mokhane, can you explain further? I'll end there for this purpose of questioning.
Okay, advocate Ramsipili ke kumele yaqhubeka ke ngale ngathi ke advocate Ramsipili kuyena ke okuza imibuzo ukuthi Ramsipili ke le ndaba le masikhulume slow thathe kancane ke manje ke uma ke mhlambe ke ninikezwa ngendlela ekusetshenzwa ngayo nokuthi ke lo muntu lo mhlambe unaye ke umthenze amacala ke amali kakhulu nabanye ke abasolwa ngisho ukuthi ngendlela ke lawo bantu labo bangakhona ukuthi mhlambe bakhulumisane noma ke mhlambe bazame ukuthi mhlambe ke batshelane ukuthi ke kwenzakalani lokho nje ukodwa nje phela kungabani lokho nje kukodwa nje phela kungaba icala phambi kwenkosi enkantolo kufanele bathose ke amacala ukuthi kutholakale ke naye cellphone kodwa ke sikhohle ukuthi ke manje khona indlela ke kusetshenzwa ngayo futhi ebekuye phansi ukuthi mangabe ke umsolwa ke utholakala ke nefoni kuyicala ke elibi nalelo nalelo ngokuya ngendlela ke sisebenza ngayo ke nathi enkantolo aphinda aqhubeke futhi ke aqhubisa pheli ke ngizocela ukuthi manje ukuthi
Yes.
Oh, okay. Athi uRamsipila ngibona ngathi ke khona nje ukushaya amanzi khona lapho ke athi umfane ke ngicela ukuthi uchaze kabanzi athi uRamsipila ke wena nabanye ke amaphoyisa ngiyena thula ufakazi la kule cala leli ke ngale ngaqala leli khulunywa ke trial within a trial ngale ngathi ke qhubeka ke SAP 206 the pocket book nama diary kodwa nje konke lokho ukuthi kuye kalahleka kwaba nezinyawo kwazambela so kodwa kuyangimangaza mina lokho okushoda.
So, in short, the passages that I've read to you are saying or point to a direction that Sergeant Mokhane and Mabena on the 7th of February 2021 found a cell phone in the cell of accused number 2, Mr. Ndanzi. He concedes that he did not record in any registers, more so the SAP 13 register. We have referred to the circumstances as to how the exhibit is found. It must be recorded in the SAP 13 register. That is column 4.1. He says he did not record in those registers. He only recorded in his diary. When he's questioned by my colleague, Mr. Ramsepede about the diary. He says the said diary for the period 2021 and 2020 went missing. So, is he allowed, or was he allowed Colonel to record in his diary?
The diary might be used as a reference, but it's not officially as the property register that we are having at the stations. The diary is for its own purpose. Reference.
Manje ke mnumzane ke engizama ukubekela khona ukuthi ke uyachaza yena ufakazi ukuthi ke yena ngale ngathi babhakashela lapha police station yazange record ke lokhu ke kwenzakala phansi lapha ku SAP 13 lapha kodwa wakubhala ke ku diary yakhe ke ngale ngathi ke sekabuzwa ngayi diary yakhe ke uye wathi leyo diary le ka 2020 2021 seyalahleka yakasenayo uthi lo mbuzo manje ube vumelekile ukuthi ke angakrecorda konke lokho diary yakhe na uthi ufakazi ke noma ngakwenza lokho kodwa asinto ke esetshenziswayo asindlela okusetshenzwa ngayo angakwenza lokho ke phela mhlawumbe uzokwazi ukusikhumbuza yena ediary yakhe.
So, you are saying, Colonel, the official document that that is Sergeant Mokhane, was supposed to use is a SAPC 13 register. And in that SAP 13 register, there's a column 4.1, which was going to record the circumstances under which the cell phone was found on the 7th of February 2021. Do I get you, Colonel?
My lord, the column I'm referring is column 4.2. 4.1 is the name and address of the finder.
So, just to correct myself, I referred to 4.1 instead of 4.2. What we are saying, Colonel, is that Sergeant Mokhane, after the recovery of the cell phone, it was incumbent upon him to register and record the circumstances under which the cell phone was found. Record such in the SAP 13 register under entry 4.2.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo ke uthi ke ngizibunise ke ingisho ukuthi ke ngokuya ngendlela esetshenzwa ngayo ke emva kokuthi uMokhane ke sekayitholile ke cellphone leyo ubefuna ukuthi abemele ukuthi ayibhale phansi lapha ku SAP 13 ke column 4.2 abhale ke izimo ke lezi ke cellphone ke asithola ngaphansi kwazo uthi yebo kunjalo.
Colonel, on the 8th of February 2021, the cell phone found its way at Middelburg police station. There is the SAP 13 register of Middelburg. It is exhibit DD3 in brackets. Do you understand, Colonel?
I understand that, my lord.
Yebo ngiyakuzwa lokho kushoyo ukuthi ke uthi cellphone ke nge-8 zika February 2021 ke uthola ke manje ke seyisendleleni iyake lapha eMiddelburg police station.
The cell phone that was booked, because there is evidence from Sergeant Mokhane that he booked it at Middelburg, SAP 13 register. Do you know where it came from, other than the mere say-so from Sergeant Mokhane?
I don't have any idea of the cell phone booked in that space, my lord.
Manje ke khona ke ufakazi ke obashiwa ke uMokhane lana ke chaza enkantolo ukuthi ke le cellphone le yaseyidukwa lapha eMiddelburg police station ke wena nolwazi ukuthi ke isuswa kuphi ithole kuphi ke ufakazi cha ke mina nginalo ke ulwazi lwalokho.
The SAP 13 register of Middelburg DPCI has 6 columns. Do you confirm, Colonel, that as we are conservant with the SAP 13 register, that it has 6 columns? The first column is the annual serial number under 1.1, 1.2 the date, 1.3 the OB number.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo ke kunjalo ukuthi ke masikhuluma ke ngeSAP 13 ke nama column ke engaba isithupha yokuqala ke ne-serial number kube nenye yosuku enye futhi ke ibe nayo ke inombolo ke le-OV njalo njalo.
Column 2, 2.1, the station, 2.2.1, 2.1.1 is the case number, 2.1.2, SAPS 86 number, 2.1.3, section 102 reference number in case of unfitness of investigation, 2.1.4, search register number, 2.2, vehicle identification section, 2.2.1 inquiry reference, 2.3 capturing of exhibit on case, 2.3.1 it's yes, 2.3.2 signature of a person who captured on case. So it 2.2 is for the description of the exhibit. Do you confirm that?
That's correct, madam.
Yebo kunjalo ke ngendlela ufunde ngakhona ukuthi lapha kulama column ke ikhona ke lapha kunobhala khona i-reference number nokurejistara ke kuqala lelo nokuthi ama-exhibit atholakala amaphi i-signature nokuthi ke kunikeze nalapho kuqala khona ukuthi uchaze ukuthi ke lokho okutholile ke lokunjani ke izimo zakhona.
In fact, it deals with the station, the case numbers, as well as the SAP 86 is for in-house taking. Do you confirm that?
That's correct, madam.
Konke lokho ke izinto ke mhlambe ngesambisana ngazo ke kumele ukuthi ke zenziwe.
Then, column 3 at 3.1 details the description of exhibit and property. Do you confirm that?
That's correct, madam.
Yebo kunjalo ke mase column ke 3.1 ilapho ke kufanele uchaze ke ukuthi into esitholile ke ukuthi zinjani nesimo sitholakala ngaso.
Column 4 deals with 4.1, the name and address of finder. 4.2, circumstances under which and place were found or seized. 4.3, name, telephone number, postal and residential address of lawful owner or accused, if known. 4.4, signature of member or person handing in exhibits or property. 4.5, signature of community service center, member who receive exhibits or property. Do you confirm that?
That's correct, madam.
Yebo futhi kunjalo ukuthi yena lapho ku 3.1 lapho kufanele uchaze ke lokho okutholile ukuthi kunjani kube no 4.1 futhi ke lapho kunegama ne-address ne-telephone ne-kheli ne-signature ke nalo iphesha ke leli ke thole ke zona ke lawo ma-exhibit lokufakazi.
Column 5.1, item number received by SC or SAPS 13 official. 5.1.1, signature of SC or SAPS 13 official. 5.2, date, time, and in reference. 5.3, reference of correspondence. 5.4, date, time, and out reference. 5.5, date and time, as well as instruction concerning disposal. Do you confirm that?
That's correct, my lord.
Uma ke sibheka column lo number 5 ke nakhona ke 5.1 ke kufanele kumonakale ke igama ke lo muntu lotholekele izinto lezo ne-police station ne-signature yakhe futhi ke nesuku futhi nesikhathi.
Do you confirm, Colonel, that at column 5, it is with reference to in the circumstances where the cell phone is booked out from this register for downloading? That is with reference to the item number received by SC, signature, date of in reference, reference of correspondence, date, time of out reference.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo ke ngiyavuma ukuthi ke impela u5 ulona column number 5 yokukhuluma ke ngezimo lezi ke kwatholakala ngomufakazi labo futhi kukhuluma futhi ke ngosuku kukhuluma futhi nesikhathi.
Then lastly, column 6, 6.1, date and manner of disposal. 6.2, name and address of recipient. 6.3, signature of recipient. 6.4, signature of deliverer or member executing order. 6.5, expenditure receipt number. 6.6, OB number. 6.7, SAPS 136/299 obtained. Yes or no? Do you confirm that, Colonel?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo futhi kunjalo ke mase kukhuluma igcina column 6 nakhona ke indlela ke lokufakazi lokho obagcina ngabo noma lokuthatha ngabo le signature lokuphosa lelo inombolo ke le ye OB number lokuthi ke utholakale ke ne-signature khona lapho.
So at 4.2 Colonel, which is what we dealt with earlier, is circumstances under which and place were found or seized. So in this instance, it will be the circumstances under which, if it was found at Vilera police station, it will be documented that it was found there and from whom, by whom it was found. Do you confirm that?
If it was found in Valeria and transferred to that station, it will be stating transferred from Valeria SAPS.
Manje ke sikhuluma ke mangabe ngempela ke semfundo yatholakala lapho eVileria ke kuzobhalwa njani phansi ukuthi ke ufakazi ke uma ngabe ke yatholakala eVileria yaseyiswa kondition kuzobhalwa phansi ukuthi ke yatholakala eVileria yase transfer noma iyiswa kuleyo police station enye ke khulunywa ngayo.
This is what is documented under column 4, Colonel. Name and address of finder. So this is the name of a person who finds the exhibit. You confirm that?
That's correct.
So it says the Sergeant Mabena of court investigation. Sorry, I must not read something that I don't understand. It says Sergeant Mabena of CI. Do you understand that, Colonel?
That's correct, my lord.
Uma ke sisibheka lana ke ukuthi ke yathola ubani ke leyo cellphone ke ubhalwe phansi ukuthi ke Sergeant Mabena usebenzela ke CI
And Sergeant Mohane.
no Sergeant Mohane.
Circumstances under which and place were found or seized. 4.2 National Court Case Unit, Pretoria. Does this make sense to you, Colonel? It says, may I repeat again for you to appreciate what I'm reading. 4.2 Circumstances under which and place were found or seized. Then it says 4.2 National Court Case Unit, Pretoria.
So that circumstances and place under which seized, that entry does not specify where the exhibit was found.
Manje ke mase ummeli ufunda ke column 4.2 lapho ke kuveza khona izimo ukuthi sefuna atholakala kuphi futhi nendawo ke ithi ke yatholakala ke National Court Case ke Pretoria ukuthi ufakazi ke leyo ndawo lo 4.2 ke ayichazi kahle hle ukuthi ke leyo cellphone le yatholakala kuphi.
Does this make sense to you, Colonel? It says National Court Case Unit, Pretoria.
Objection, my lord. Now the witness is invited to make a finding regarding what is written here, my lord. It's not for this witness to decide whether it makes sense or not. It's for the court at the end of the day to make that finding.
Uthi ke umbuso ke manje ke ummeli ke ufuna manje ke umfakazi lo akagele nje noma ke anika umbono wakhe ukuthi ke kuhamba kanjani ukuthi asimsebenzi wakhe inkantolo yena efuneke ize naleso sinqumo leso.
Thank you.
My lord, I've explained to the advocate relating to to what he wanted to know from me.
Yeah.
If it is the way in which it is supposed to be written, and according to my view, that 4.2, I've explained it how it should be written according to my knowledge, my lord.
Nkosi enkantolo ke nami ke ngiyamchuzela uadvocate ke kulombuzo ambuza wona ukuthi ke kumele ukuthi kubhalwe njani phansi ke lapha kulela column le 4.2 sengichazile vele ukuthi ke indlela kumele ibekwe ngayo noma ke ibhalwe ngayo.
Yes, yes, sir.
At column 5, that is now the out reference. It is blank. There is evidence that it was booked out for downloading by Colonel House. So there is no record as to when it was booked out and the signature of the person who booked it out in relation to the date and time and out reference. You understand that, Colonel?
I understand, my lord.
Yebo ke ngiyakuzwa ke mawusho ukuthi column 5 ke kunalapho ukukhombisa khona lo ufakazi ukuthi simhlombe yathatha le book out yena uKennel House kodwa ke ayikho indawo lapho ebhalwe phansi ekhombisayo ukuthi ke uHouse vele ngempela ke le cellphone le wayikhipha ekhipela ke kuyohlola.
Thank you, Colonel. Your evidence was productive. Thank you, my lord. I have no further questions.
Yes, thank you. Is that the end of the Colonel's evidence?
That was the end of cross-examination
Yeah,
by
cross,
Mr.
no?
Normali, yes.
So is he excused?
No, my lord. I have to put questions to the Colonel.
Oh, I see, okay. Fine.
Thank you, Colonel. During the introduction of your evidence, you indicated that you have 38 years experience in the South African Police Service.
That's correct, my lord.
Khenele ke ngale nkathi ke uqala ke ngokunikeza ke ufakazi bakho uye wathi la enkantolo ke neminyaka ke u38 usebenzela isiphoyisa uthi yebo kunjalo.
When did you join the South African Police?
In 1988,
Uqale nini ke emaphoyiseni ke uqala ngo1988.
Do you then consider yourself a very experienced member of the South African Police?
that's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo ke ithatha ke njengomuntu owaziyo ngomsebenzi wesiphoyisa.
Have you been a detective before?
No, I was never been a detective.
Uko waba go detective ngaphambili nokucha ke angaze ngaba go detective.
I'm just being reminded that during your introduction, you said you joined the South African Police Service in 1989.
No, I went to the college in 1989.
Ngiyaphunjuzwa manje ukuthi ke ngale nkathini kubufakazi bakho uye wathi ke uye waqala ke ephoyiseni ngo1989 uthi cha ke ngaya ecollege amaphoyisa ngaye ngo1989.
Thank you. Now, let's start. Do you know accused number 1 before court, Mr. Sibiya?
No, I don't know him.
Masiqale ke manje ke colonel ke uyamazi ke umsola wokuqala ke la enkantolo ke uMsibiya cha ke ngimazi.
Have you been made aware through the registers that he was once detained at Villeria SAPS?
I was not made aware of that, my lord.
Uye waziswa ukuthi ke ngokuya ngama register ukuthi ke uyena lo obagcina lapha ke eVilleria ke uthi cha ke angikwazi lo.
But you confirm that you do inspect the occurrence book as well as the cell registers, correct?
I concur that, my lord.
Yebo ke ngiyavuma ukuthi ke bengingasho ukuthi ke nami ke ngiyawahlola ke ama occurrence book nawo ama cell register.
Okay. Let me assist you. On the 31st of May 2020, accused number 1 was booked at Villeria SAPS. Do you understand?
I understand that, my lord.
Thikhumbuze ke nge31 zika May ngo2020 umsola wokuqala ke ubegciwe lapha ke eVilleria sekuzwa lokho uthi yebo ngiyezwa.
And I want to assist you with the relevant entries, Exhibit MM before court.
That's correct.
Ngizokusiza ke ngalokho kubhalwe phansi ke khombisayo lokho ngishoyo ku exhibit MM ekhona futhi nala enkantolo.
Can you identify that document?
That's correct, my lord.
Let's focus on entry number 2187 at 0140. On the first page, say the bottom, the last entry.
Yes, I can see that, my lord.
Masibheke ke manje ke kulapho kubhalwe khona ke uqala ku number 2187 isikhathi ke ku 0114 ilapha ezansi nje phela uyabona lo ukuthi yebo ngiyabona.
Can you read that entry?
Transistor, Sergeant Mogano from National Commissioner's Office, cold case, investigation with the following: Muzi, Temba, Sibiya, case number 217 of 3/2019 of 10. I think it's 10B South.
Mangifunda ke lapho phansi ke iyasho ke transito ke yena uSergeant Mogale biza ke umuzi Themba ku case number 2173/2019 eqala ke la seThembisa.
Just go through that surname again, sir. Don't rush. Take your time. Let me assist you. Sergeant Mohula, not Mohane.
Sergeant Mogola, yes, that's
Yebo
correct.
ke ise uthi ke umbuso ke ngicela ufunde futhi leso isibongo leso ke ungajahi kubhalwe Sergeant Mogola hayi Sergeant Mogani.
According to me, it looks like as if it is A, my lord. Ma.
Ngokuya ngami ke kubukeka ngathi A lo bhalwe lapha.
But the record speaks for itself. It's Sergeant Mahula who booked accused number 1 on that day.
Okay, yes.
Kodwa ke ama records ke nayo uyachaza kabanzi achaza kahle ukuthi ke Sergeant Mogola uyena ke owathatha ke noma ubuka out accused number 1 ngalelo suku.
Yes, proceed then place the SAP 14 number there.
SAPS 14 number is 156 of 5/2020, 14A, R5086208 is J50 warrant of arrest.
Futhi manje uqhubela phambili ke kakhomba ukuthi bekhona warrant ke lephumile ku SAP 14 ke nombolo 1565 of 2020.
Okay. And then can you tell the court when an entry such as this is made, what was happening?
When this case is made, is when the suspect is brought to the station from other station.
Kusho ukuthi ke makubhalwe kanje ukuthi ke manje ke lo muntu loboshiwe usuka kwesinye station elethwa kwesinye station.
Okay. And then the next page. Just continuation of entry 2187.
With no injury, correctly detained.
And then is
Mase
there,
ngiqhubekela phambili ke kuyaphomba ukuthi ke ufike ke engenakho kokulimala futhi ke wagcinwa kahle.
is there a counter signature there?
There's signed by Detective Sergeant. I can't read the surname, but the service number is the one that is visible, my lord.
Futhi ke khona ke signature ebhaliwe lapha ekhombisayo ukuthi ke wagcinwa ubani ke noma ngakwazi ukufunda kahle ukuthi Sergeant bani akubonakali kahle.
So when this entry happens, where is the accused at that stage?
The accused will be in the cells, in our custodian, because it's in us, in the test station there.
Manje uma lokhu kwenzakala ke kubhalwa phansi konke lokhu ukuphi yena ke umuntu lokhula ngalesikhathi lesuthi ke lo muntu lozabe semasekini ngoba ke lokhu kwenzakala e-station sethu.
Okay. And then the last entry says no injuries.
That's correct, my lord.
Eyogcina ke lapho kubhalwa khona ubhala ukuthi ke akanakho ukulimala uthi yebo kunjalo Nkosi enkantolo.
So when this annotation is made, what would have happened before?
It means that the person who is receiving him have observing that the person is not having any injury, my lord.
Manje uma ke kubhalwe phansi ukuthi ke akukho ukulimala khona ke kusuke kwenzakala njani ngaphambilini. Ufakazi ke shothi lo muntu lo owamamukela ke uye wambona ukuthi ke akanakho ukulimala ke anakho lo muntu.
And then the person who is receiving the prisoner, does he also ask from the prisoner that whether he has any injuries or any complaints?
And normally that is the process that we are following, my lord.
Yebo ke indlela esebenza ngayo ukuthi ke lo muntu lo phosa lento ke elamkela lo muntu ke liyambuza ukuthi ke akho lapho yalimele khona mhlawumbe indlela esebenza ngayo leyo.
Now, let me assist you by way of a background. I will try to summarize as much as possible. Accused number 1 before court informed the court that on the date of the arrest, he was assaulted in a place called Litabo by police officers. He was made to lie down. He was he was assaulted to a stage where, according to his then legal representative, Mr. Mgomezul, until he messed himself up. He was assaulted again at Foshlores. He was furthermore assaulted, at Diepkloof SAPS by members of the South African Police as well as EMPD. Do you follow?
I'm following you, my lord.
Okay, ngiyakulandela ngiyakuzwa ke.
The rules of procedure are very specific. This witness has been led in examination in chief. Nowhere in his testimony did he ever mention accused number 1. He has always been referring to accused number 2. So I don't know what is the relevance of the issue relating to the assault of accused number 1. Now actually coming to the scene. I mean, if the state really wanted this witness, my lord, to come and say something about accused number 1 and the allegation of his assault, he was there. He's a station commissioner. The state had all the mechanisms at their disposal to call him and confirm that which they are now saying he should confirm. But his witnesses will specifically come and testify about the accused number 2.
So is that all?
Ummeli ke uyasukuma la enkantolo ngaphambi ukuthi ufakazi ke aphendule ke lo mbuzo lo oyabuzwa ke yona umbuzo ke uthi ke ummeli ke kodwa inkosi enkantolo ke imithetho ke iqondile futhi ke iyazeka ke ukuthi ke ufune ubuzwe kanjani. Lo fakazi la enkantolo namhlanje ke siloka aqala uloka akhuluma ngomsola wesibili akaze akhuluma ngomsola wokuqala. Ufakazi bakhe akaze wafaka igama lomsola wokuqala ke uma ngabe ke umbuso ke ubumfuna ke lo fakazi ukuthi eze la enkantolo ezothula ufakazi ngomsola wokuqala ukhona ufakazi lona befuneke bona bambizile azothola ozokhuluma ngalokho okwamanje akakaze wakhuluma ngomsola wokuqala akaze akhuluma ngomsola wokuqala uloko akhuluma ngomsola wesibili siloko saqala.
Yes, in this response, sir?
My lord, the state can cross-examine this witness on anything that is on record, my lord. We cannot limit our cross-examination on the fact that this witness was called by accused number 2. Fact of the matter, this evidence is relevant. Accused number 1 was admitted at Villeria police station, and then the information is there on record, and this witness can comment and assist the court, most importantly, my lord, in search of the truth.
Nkosi enkantolo ke umbuso ke unelungelo lokuthi ke ungabuza ke noma umuphi umbuzo ke ongasiza ke enkantolo ke okwamanje ke sikhuluma ngayo umsola wokuqala ke ufakazi lo bukhona lapha emaphepheni yena ufakazi angakhona ukusiza ke kuloku ke esabe ukuthi singathola ke information ngoba accused number 1 uyena umuntu ke obegcine lapha ke eVillera police station.
Any other thing you want to add, sir?
None, my lord. We stand by our
Yeah,
submissions.
no, this evidence is admissible, more especially because the colonel here is an experienced colonel who is actually stationed at Valeria, which has occasion to have been traversed in this court. And here is the gentleman who knows everything about Valeria. If he's able to assist the court, this court acknowledges and accepts that evidence. But if he is not able to assist the court, then his evidence is useless. Because this court is seized with the evidence also of Valeria. Okay, so that
Inkosi
evidence
enkantolo ke naye
is
iphuma
admissible.
ngesinqumo ukuthi ke ufakazi imibuzo lo ke uvumelekile ukuthi ungabuzwa ngoba lo fakazi omile eboxini ke ufakazi ke ubuya lapha eVilleria futhi inkantolo futhi nabo ufakazi ke obakhuluma ke indaba yeVilleria uma ngabe khona ke uphosa namhlanje ke engasiza inkantolo kungaba kuhle kodwa uma engazakwazi ukusiza inkantolo ufakazi bakhe nje phela bu useless uma abusizi ke inkantolo.
As the court, please, my lord, we have reached. Oh,
Is the court pleased, my lord?
Yeah.
That is the case.
What's that?
However, on the understanding that this now constitutes new evidence at the instance of the accused number 1, at the instance of this witness, then the defense will also have the opportunity to have some question in respect of this.
Yes, this court is very fair. Any witness you want to call concerning any aspect of this case is admissible.
Thank you.
any evidence.
Ummeli-ke
Okay.
uyasho ukuthi-ke uma ngabe inkantolo ithi-ke iyavuma ukuthi kuqhubekwe lo fakazi omelayo ebhokisini-ke yaqhubeke-ke yathula ubufakazi bakhe-ke yena-ke umsolwa lokuqala-ke ukuthi-ke nabo-ke banelungelo ukuthi-ke babuze noma umuphi umbuzo ukuthi inkantolo yebo kunjalo ayikho inkinga nje noma umuphi ufakazi ongabizwa khona ufuna ukwazi ngale cala leli nivumelekile.
Okay, are we adjourned until?
For 15 minutes, may I wait for a short
Okay.
comfort break?
Yes, Mr.
As the court, please, my lord, I'm just waiting for the witness.
So you're still under oath?
Thank you, Kenneth. Let us proceed now. Can you remind the court what is the procedure when the arresting officer brings a suspect who has injuries into the cells?
If the suspect is alleging that he's having injury or there is visible injury, the member who is on duty will refuse to take him.
Kenele ke masiqhubekele phambili ke. Ngicela ukuthi ukhumbuze inkantolo ukuthi ke manje ke nisebenza njani uma ngabe ke mhlambe ke manje sekulethwa ke umsolwa ke olimele lapho kunina ke yini procedure yenu na uthi uyofakazi ke okwenzakalayo ke lo osebenzayo ke oyiphoyisa uzowala ukuthi agcine ke lo muntu ke lo olimele noma ke osho uchazayo ukuthi ke unokulimala.
Now, according to entry 2187 at 0140, the first entry, was the suspect then taken into the cells?
Which entry are you referring to?
The first entry, we're still busy with the first entry. 2187-0140.
Yes, that entry is the ones that they receive him in the cells, my lord.
Masikhulume ngale entry ke le ebhaliwe ke 2187-0140 yena lo msola lokho uye wathatha ke mhlawumbe wagcina emaselini na uthi ufakazi yebo kunjalo.
I think I missed you a bit there when you said the member that is bringing the cell has to do what regarding the injuries?
I was saying that if there is visible injuries seen, the members who has to receive him, we will refuse him until the suspect is receive medical attention.
Ngeke ngathi ngaphambili uma ngabe kulethwa ke nomsola ke olimele kubonakala ukulimala kwakhe lokho ke lo osebenza emaseleni ke uzowala ukuthi amthatha amgcine emaseleni kuze kufike lapho ke bamthatha ke bamisa kudokotela ayonyanga.
And then if the suspect has complaints, what happens?
They will state that in the registers as is brought in, and also highlighted that the member must be, the suspect must be taken to hospital.
Manje ke masithi ke manje ke lena lo msola ke mhlawumbe unesikhalazo kwenziwani uyochaza ufakazi ukuthi ke uma ngabe ke unesikhalazo ke bazobhala phansi ke kuma register futhi ke baphinde futhi ke bakhombise ukuthi ke lo muntu lo noma lo sola lo udinga ukuthi ayobonana ke nodokotela.
Does this occurrence book record any complaint or any injury on the day?
The occurrence book is recorded with visible injuries, and that also can be follow-up with the investigation made during cell visit, if there's a complaint received from the inmate.
Uma ngabe ke mhlambe ke sikhona ke isikhalazo ke mhlambe ke nomuntu oboshiwa asichazile noma sishilo kuzobhala khona lapha kule current book ke bese kuyalandela futhi nayo iphoyisa lophinya aziswe ngakho lokho.
Okay, my question is on the 31st of May 2020, any time after 0140, do you have any entry that suggests that there was a complaint or injury that could have been sustained by the suspect?
There is no entry that is here placed before me, my lord.
Manje-ke umbuzo wami uthi-ke manje-ke mhla ka-31 May ngo-2020-ke emva kwakhathi lesu 0140 kukhona lapho kubhalwe khona ukuthi-ke yena-ke umsolwa-ke ube nokulimala uthi cha kukho la kubhalwe khona.
Okay. And then when this entry was it made by the cell complex manager or it was made by the investigating team?
It was made by the cell complex manager.
Manje-ke lokho kubhalwa phansi konke-ke kubhalwe bani-ke cell complex manager noma-ke abaphenyi becala nawo ubufakazi-ke kuye kwabhalwa-ke ulo-ke we-cell complex manager.
Okay. This is what accused number 1 has to say regarding this entry. I will start on line number 9, Mr. Mngomezulu. On the 5th of February 2024 on page 38. All right, just take the court to Valeria police station at the time when you arrived, when you were booked in, where the cell masters attended to your booking in, those people that are assigned to book in and out the suspects, the cell masters. Can you interpret?
Manje-ke ngizokisa-ke ubufakazi-ke bakhe-ke obakhulunywa le nkantolo-ke yena uMngomezulu umele uMngomezulu kuyona ukuzayo uthi-ke masibuyele-ke emuva lapha eVilera-ke ngale nkathi ufike lapha eVilera-ke bona laba abasebenza emaseleni-ke yibona-ke ababhekana nawe.
The interpreter, what about them? Sorry, Mr. Mngomezulu. Did they participate in you booking inside the police station?
Utoliki yabuza ukuthi-ke uthini-ke wathi-ke engichazayo ukuthi-ke baye baba nalo obakwenza nabo ukuthi babhuke ini lapha emaseleni.
Accused number 1, this is important. My lord, I did not, or I was not part of any, that I was not involved in any of that where they did something in my presence. Full stop.
Accused number wathi-ke ngosenkantolo-ke mina bengekho lapho lapho-ke koba khona abakwenzayo nami ngikhona khona lapho.
So my question to you, did this entry 2187 happen in the presence of the suspect?
It happens in the presence of the suspect because even the serial number given to him when he was registered is reflecting in the entry.
Manje-ke umbuzo wami ukuthi-ke manje-ke lokho kubhalwe phansi lapho-ke ube khona-ke yena-ke umsolwa ngale nkathi kubhalwe ukuthi yebo kunjalo-ke bekhona ngoba naye serial number leyanikezwe yona-ke naye ibhaliwe phansi lapha emaphepheni.
So is it correct that what accused number 1, the suspect at Villera, said regarding this is not correct?
It is not correct, my lord.
Manje ukuthi-ke manje-ke lokho kusho yona-ke umsolo wokuqala-ke ukuthi kwenzakala eVilera siqiniso kusho njalo ukuthi yebo-ke kusho njalo ngosenkantolo.
Now let's continue with his response. What happened is that I was taken by my banner from the vehicle and took me straight into the cell and locked me up there.
Masiqhubeke-ke uthi-ke umsolo wokuqala-ke ngathathwa-ke umabhena-ke ngithathe emotweni wangisa straight emaseleni wasengivalela phakathi.
Does the response of accused number 1 accord with the South African Police Service standing orders?
It does not account to that because Mabena and is the arresting officer. They must hand him over to the cell complex manager, who will then put them him in the cell.
Cha lokho kusho yena-ke umsolo wokuqala-ke akuhambisani-ke ngendlela-ke amaphoyisa la eNingizimu Afrika asebenza ngakhona ngoba kwenzakala-ke umabhena-ke nalaba abanye-ke kufuneke-ke banikezele ku-cell complex kube uyena-ke osebenza naye noma oqhubeka ngomsebenzi naye.
Is this statement by accused number 1 accurate, considering the standing orders?
It's not accurate considering the statement.
Cha-ke le statement-ke esenzwa uyena umsolo wokuqala-ke asilo mqiniso-ke nokuya ngendlela esebenza ngayo.
Now let's go back now to exhibit NN, which is the OB of Valeria. Entry number 2188 at 0200. Can you place that on record? On the next page, can you place that entry on record?
Ungasitshela ukuthi ke lapha kulapha ku-2188 ke ngo-0200 isikhathi ke kubhalwe phansi lapha.
Cell visit, Captain Ramotata and Constable Taka found 3 awaiting trials without complaints, with no complaints.
Kubhalwe lapho ke manje sokuvakashela amaseli. Captain Rabutata naye uhlaka ke baye bathola ke abasola abathathu ke abakhona lapha emaselini abanganazo futhi nesikhalazo.
Is it something that we can classify as the hourly visit?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo ke ngifuna ke ngokuvakashela kwamaseli ke ihora nehora.
And then can you place the visit at 0300?
Zero 0300 cell visit, Constable Lebule and Constable Taka found 3 awaiting trial without complaints, with no complaint.
Siphinde futhi siqhubekele phambili ke mase ngifunda lapho ubhalwe khona ke ngesikhathi ke u-0300 Constable Mpule naye Captain Mpule naye ukuthaka ke baye bathola ke basola abathathu nabo labo ke banganazo futhi isikhalazo.
And then at 2190,
2910, time is 4 o'clock. Cell visit, Captain Rabutata and Constable Lebule found 3 awaiting trial without complaint.
Isikhathi manje ke seku4 naso ke na Captain Rabutata naye Mpule baye bathola ke basola abathathu futhi abanganazo isikhalazo.
okay. And then 2191,
2191, the time is 5 o'clock. Cell visit, Captain Rabutata and Sergeant Skovela found 3 awaiting trial without complaints.
Nesikhathi futhi ke u5 uCaptain Rabutata naye ke uSihobela baye bathola ke abasola abathathu futhi abanganazo isikhalazo.
okay. Now let's go to the record on the 5th of February 2024, page 39. I will read it out slowly. On page 39, Mr. Mngomezulu, I understand you said you did not see or you did not interact with the cell masters, but there was any person when you were booked in that cell who asked you whether you were assaulted or not, you had any medical problems, any injuries, any attention of a medical doctor. Is there any person who was concerned about your medical condition?
Uthi ke uMngomezulu ke ngiyezwa ke uthi ke awuzange ke uhlangane ke nama cell masters kodwa ke ukhona mhlawumbe umuntu bekhona lapha ke emaselini uyokubuza ukuthi uke washaywa unokulimala udinga ukubona udokotela udinga usizo na.
Thank you. And then this is important. This is the response by accused number 1. The person that came, my lord, although the person never asked me in the manner in which you are now asking me, is the person that came in the morning.
Naku ke manje impendulo kaChris number 1 futhi ke kuyimpendulo ebalekile ke uthi ke umsola woqala ke umuntu owafika ke akazange ngibuze ngendlela wena ongibuza ngayo ngalenkathi ke efikile.
Does this response accord with the 1 hour visit by the cell complex manager and the CSC commander?
The response might be in the morning that he is referring, it might be during the handing over, my lord.
Leyo mpendulo leyo ke mhlambe ke ngabe mhlambe iyavela ke ekseni ngalenkathi ke sekushintsha abasebenzi.
Asked me if I was okay. I then said that I was assaulted, wanted to know who assaulted me. I then said the police officers who brought me here. That person then said, but I did not see those police officers.
Lo muntu ke wase ngitshela ukuthi ke ngishayiwe wase kuthi ngishayiwe bani ngathi amaphoyisa lawa angilethele la khona wasethi yena lo muntu kodwa yena akazange ke aze abone amaphoyisa.
Does this response by the so-called police officer at Valeria accord with the standing orders?
It does not accord to the restraining orders. They should have been recorded, whatever allegation he was saying when they were interacting with him.
Cha-ke le mpendulo ke leyanikezwa ile phoyisa leli lasevilere ke ayahambisani ke nendlela nemigomo ke sebenza ngayo ngamaphoyisa ngoba lokhu bekumele akwenze ubemele ukuthi arekhode konke ke lesikhalazo ke esishoyo yena ke umsolo.
Is there any complaint of any sort that is recorded from any time from 0140 to at least around 10:00? You can go through the occurrence book.
There is no such record, my lord.
Manje ke khona lapho kurekhodwe khona lapha kule current book ke mhlambe simasuka ngenkathi u-014 kufika mhlambe lapho ku-10 ke lapho kubhalwe khona ke lapho kukhomba khona isikhalazo zakhe na cha kukho lapho kurekhodwe khona isikhalazo.
Okay, now let's move to Mr. Mgomezulu who said, all right, accused one. The person then said that he or she was going to inquire as to who were those police officers who brought me there. The person then came back and said to me, the police officers that brought me here were police officers that were much, much senior to him or to her, and that cannot take what I was telling them.
Ungumi dothe okay kulungile ke manje ke wahamba nathi kwasokwenzakalani wathi ke lo muntu lo uye wathi ke uzohamba ke ayobheka noma yokuza ukuthi ke amapha amaphoyisa lawa ke angiletha lapho ke ithema kabuya wasethi ke lawo amaphoyisa lapho wakhona ke amaphoyisa ke angaphezulu kuye futhi ke ngeze bakuthathe lo kwakusho.
Did you at any stage receive such a report from the CSC commando or anyone working at the cells?
There is no such report that we have, my lord.
Manje wena wathola ke lo mbiko lo ke mhlambe kuphuma kuma CSC noma ke noma ubani nje phela osebenza emaseli into cha ke yakazana.
Thank you. Now let's move to, the handwriting is not so visible. On the next page, it's written page 4 on the bottom, on top right. Do you see that?
Page, which page?
Page 4.
Page 4. Top right, there's a 4. Okay, let me just help you. Still on the 31st of May, 2020. Do you see that entry there?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo ke ngiyakubona ke lapho ku page 4 lokho kubhaliwe lapho phansi.
At 9:55, there's an entry there, station visit. Can you proceed to place that on record?
09:30 station visit by Colonel Trocker. B relief was on duty, 3 awaiting trial in the cells. The CSC was clean and neat, no docket to be registered, no outstanding complaints.
Mase ngifunda ke lapha ke ku page 4 isikhathi ke ku 09:30 kubhala yena phansi ke uThoka nawe uyasho ukuthi ke bekhona ke abasalindele ku court ke abathathu ayokho amadokothi bafuna ukuregister futhi namaseli ke bewa aclean angangcolile futhi ke abengekho futhi nesikhalazo ezavezo.
And then at the bottom, there's a signature there.
That's correct, my lord.
Can you identify that signature?
The signature is mine, my lord.
Futhi lapha ke ezansi bewalelo khasele futhi ke kune signature ekungeyami.
Can you tell the court what is the significance of this visit by yourself?
It is after our visits to make sure that everything is in the station is carried out completely or correctly. And if there is anything that need my attention, I must be aware of it.
Manje ke ungasitshela ukuthi manje ke bekuyini isizathu sokuthi manje wena uvakashela station ke ngalesikhathi leso uthi ke ngiyakwenza lokho ke mhlawumbe evaka amahora athize ukuthi ngiyobheka ukuthi konke kuhamba kahle nokuthi mhlawumbe khona izinto ekumele ukuthi mhlawumbe ngibhekane nazo ngizilungise.
And then point 2, you said 3 awaiting trials in the cells. Did you physically go to the cells?
That's correct, my lord.
Lapha ku-point yesibili uyowathi kunabathathu-ke basalindele ukuthi-ke bangashushiswa-ke wena uyowahamba-ke waya emaselini wena ngokwakho nawe uthi yebo kunjalo.
Did you interact with the suspects that were inside the cells?
I interact normally with the suspect in the cells normally.
Yebo-ke ngijwayele nje ukuthi manje emaselini-ke ngikhulume nabo labantu abangaphakathi kwamasela.
Anything reported to you?
There was nothing reported to me.
Khona
on the date.
mhlamba okwaripotwa kuwena na uthi cha akukho-ke engabikelwa khona.
In your observation, was there any suspect that appeared to have been injured or suffered a trauma in the previous 12 hours or so of your visit?
No, if there was any observation from my side, I was to give instruction to the captain who was on duty to give medical attention to the suspect. I didn't see anything.
Manje-ke wena ngokubona kwakho ngale nkathi-ke uyile emaselini-ke kulabathathu laba bebakhona lapha emaselini ukhona mhlambe-ke wena wambona ukuthi-ke mhlawumbe ulimele-ke udinga mhlambe-ke usizo uthi cha-ke akekho-ke mina engambona enjalo-ke ngoba uma ngabe ngempela ube khona bekumele ukuthi mhlambe ngazise-ke ukapteni ukuthi manje lowo muntu lofuneka athole-ke usizo kadokotela.
And then number 5, it says no outstanding complaints. Can you just, I can't see the last handwriting there.
On 4.1.3, that is our on the system, my lord, the system function. 4.1.3.
Just show it to the interpreter so that you can interpret the last part.
This one. No outstanding complaint on 4.1.3.
Okay, ku-4.1.3-ke yachaza lapha ukuthi bengekho ama-complaint-ke amanye-ke uyawathola.
Now, with your own observation now and your own visit to the station, will you say those 3 awaiting trials in the cells were assaulted in any way, considering what is written in this OB book?
There's nothing I should have mentioned it if it was brought to my attention, my lord.
Manje-ke ngokubona kwakho nokubheka kwakho-ke ngasho ukuthi labantu abathathu abathola emaselini labandla abo khona mhlawumbe wabo oshayiwe mhlawumbe-ke walinyaza uthi cha akhonza ngoba kube kunjalo-ke kube kubhaliwe lapha ku-OB.
Thank you. Tell me, what are the responsibilities of the cell complex manager when it comes more, especially to the cell keys?
Is to make sure that the suspect are safeguarded, because they must have the cell keys, and safeguarded in the sense that everybody that is locked in the cells is him who must be accounted for those people.
Manje-ke sitshele ukuthi kahle kahle-ke kuyini yomsebenzi wakhe-ke ku-cell complex malanga nezikhiya-ke uthi ofakazi-ke ukuthi-ke labantu abangaphakathi emaseleni bagadiwe futhi-ke bonke labantu bangaphakathi bashiwe-ke ezandleni zakhe kufuneka akwazi ukuphendulela kubona.
And then in terms of the standing orders, does the cell complex manager hand over the key to the investigating team to open or lock?
They don't hand over the key to them, because there are other suspects. The investigating officer is only there for maybe one suspect, but the others are, all of them are responsible for the cell complex manager as long as they are still in the cells.
Manje-ke ngicela ukubuza ukuthi manje-ke umphenyi wecala-ke yena-ke uma efika lapha uyanikezwa naye mhlawumbe isikhiya ukuthi kube uye asithathayo ahamba ayozivulela na kuyasebenza kanjalo ukuthi cha akanikezwa isikhiya ngoba-ke mhlawumbe investigating officer uze laphaya for umsolo oyedwa nekhona abanye abakhona khona lapho ngaphakathi so kufuneka abagade bonke umsebenzi wakhe lo.
Are the investigating officers permitted to keep the key on them?
They are not allowed to do that, my lord.
Manje-ke abaphenyi becala bona bavunyelwe ukuthi-ke bangagcina kubona isikhiya nawo uthi cha abavumelanga.
Okay. On the proceedings of the 6th of February 2024, On page 52, you do not have the proceedings, I will read them out. On paragraph number 10, Mr. Sibanda, you're referring to me. Those people that you were traveling with, were they also keeping the key to the cell? Accused number 1, that is Mr. Sibia. I do not know, but I will see them in possession of the keys.
Manje ke masibiyele ke ubufakazi obathula la inkantolo mhla ka 6 February ngo-2024 sikuthola lokhu ku page number 22
52.
uyabuza
Page 52.
or page 52 uyabuza ke uSibanda ke usho yena ke umazana lomile ukuthi ke manje labo bantu labo ke bohamba nabo ke bebephethe ke izikhiya na uthi wakho izoqala ke angazi kodwa bengibabona ke kunesikhiya ke abaziphethe.
Is that allowed, sir, for the
Yeah, that-
investigating team to keep the key to the cell?
They are not allowed, my lord.
Manje ke mnumzane ke bavumelekile ke abaphenyi becala ukuthi ke baphathe kubona izikhiya na uthi ufakazi cha.
Is this then statement accurate in light of the standing orders and your evidence today?
It's not inaccurate, my lord.
Cha le statement ke manje ukuya ngawo ke siqiniso ke ngokuya ngendlela enisebenza ngayo ukuthi cha akusilona iqiniso.
And then on paragraph number 14, or 13 rather, I ask him, accused number 1, who specifically? Accused number 1, Mabena, Mohane, they are the people that most of the time they will be looking me up.
Masisiqhubekela phambili manje sifunda ku paragraph 13 ke ngiyambuza lo mthula oqala ukuthi manje ke ubani kahle lesiphethe ke waphinda wathi ke uMabhena noMukhane ibona abantu ke bebavamile ukuthi ke bangivalele.
Is it accurate?
That is not accurate, my lord.
Cha lokho ke akusilo iqiniso.
Okay. I proceeded. Even though they are not based at Valeria police station, they had keys to the cells at Valeria. Keys number 1. They are police officers. Then I will not ask them or inquire from them why they are in possession of the keys, but they will open there and place me inside.
Manje ke ngase ngibuze ke manje noma ke bangasebenzele eVileria usho ukuthi ke lawa amaphoyisa lawo yanezikhiya na ethi accused number 1 ba amaphoyisa ngeke ngibabuze kodwa ke bekuyibona abantu abavulayo baphinde futhi bangivalele ngaphakathi.
Who is responsible for opening the cells?
He is the cell complex manager, my lord.
Manje kubani umuntu ke onikezwe lokuletha vulisela na uthi ke u-cell complex manager uyena umuntu ovulayo ke i-cell ama-cell.
And then who is responsible for looking up the cells?
Same person, my lord, cell complex manager.
Futhi ke uyena futhi u-cell complex manager ke onelungelo ukuthi ke akhiye futhi ke lawo ma-cell.
Who is responsible for allocating as an inmate or a suspect into the cell?
It's cell complex manager, my lord.
U-cell complex manager futhi uyena futhi ke umuntu ke onikezwe lelo gunya ukuthi ke avalele noma ke akhiphe abangakhona emaseleni.
And then let's complete. Okay. I think we'll deal with this part when we're dealing with accused number 2. And then just lastly on accused number 1. The cell complex manager. Is he on uniform when he's executing his duties?
They are all uniform, my lord.
Manje ke masesigcine ke ngalo mbuzo for accused number 1 ke manje le cell complex manager ke uma ke yenza umsebenzi wakhe ke ugqoke uniform naye esiphoyisa na uthi yebo kunjani.
Is it mandatory that they be on uniform?
He's mandatory, so my lord, he's working in the visible environment, which is uniform branch.
Yebo ke kumele ke umgomo obekiwe phansi ukuthi mabayenza umsebenzi wabo bona kumele bagqoke ke uniform.
And then do their uniforms have name tags on them?
They are having name tag, my lord.
Ama uniform abo benawo amagama abo na kubona na uthi yebo ke yakhona amagama.
For what purpose?
It's for identification of their name, my lord.
Manje-ke yini isizathu sokuthi-ke kube namagama lapho? Isizathu sokuthi-ke manje kuzokwaziwa ukuthi-ke ubani.
If you come across as a station commander, a member of the VISPOL without their name tag, is that an offense, or is it, do you take any steps?
Yes, it's a misconduct, my lord.
Yebo-ke njengami-ke ngiwukhomanda-ke uma ngahlangana-ke nephoyisa-ke semsebenzini fake ne-uniform, kodwa-ke igama lakhe lingekho lapho-ke kuyicala lekho.
Okay. The proceedings of the 6th of February 2024 on page 48. Mr. Sibanda, okay, you also testified in this court that there is a certain man that came, a police officer according to contacts, I don't know what's written, that came to you and asked you about the assault at Valeria police station. Accused number 1, yes, I did so.
Sesiqhubekela phambili manje-ke ngofakazi obathula la nkantolo mhla ka-6 February ngo-2024 kubuza yena umbuso umnumzane Sibanda-ke uye wathi-ke khona-ke umlisa-ke uye wafika lapha-ke wasebuza-ke ngokushayela noma ukushayela-ke lapha eVilera police station wathi uya-accused number 1 yebo kunjalo.
And then Mr. Sibanda, when was that? Accused number 1, I do not remember the day as to when it happened because as far as days are concerned, I am unable to recall that on this day this happened and on a particular day this what happened.
Wasebuza-ke Sibanda ukuthi-ke manje kwenzakaleni yini lokho wathi-ke umsola wokuqala-ke angisakhumbuli-ke angikwazi kwakhumbula ama-date ukuthi ngosuku oluthize kwenzakaleni ngosuku olunye oluthize kwenzakaleni.
And then Mr. Sibanda, so you cannot even recall the said police officer, his surname at least? Accused 1, he never mentioned the surname?
Wasebuza-ke Sibanda ukuthi manje-ke ukuthi awusakhumbuli nje nesibongo sakhe-ke lolo phoyisa lelo-ke wathi umsola wokuqala cha-ke azange azangitshele nesibongo sakhe.
Mr. Sibanda, was he in uniform? Accused 1, yes.
Wasebuza ukuthi-ke lo phoyisa lo begqoke uniform na wafakaza-ke wathi-ke yebo-ke begqoke uniform.
Mr. Sibanda, is the name not written on the badge on his chest? Accused 1, no.
Wasebuzwa futhi-ke manje-ke igathi igama lakhe-ke belingabhalwanga-ke lapha esifubeni sakhe-ke ukuthi ubani waphendula wathi cha-ke belingabhaliwe.
Does this accord with the South African Police Services standing orders?
It does not account to that, my lord.
Manje konke lokho ngishilo-ke kuyahambisana-ke nemigomo-ke ebekwe phansi yamaphoyisa la eNingizimu Afrika na ethi cha.
Thank you. Now, let's turn our focus to accused number 2.
Mase sibheke manje-ke sesidlula lapho siya manje wa-accused wesibili.
It was his evidence before this court that he was arrested on the 16th of June 2020, correct? And he was taken to Pretoria North Cells. Let me help you there.
Uyachaza-ke wena umsola wesibili ukuthi-ke waboshwa mhla ka-16 June ngo-2020 wasethathwa yiswa-ke ku-Pretoria North police station.
I hear that I'm not aware that he was arrested.
Ngiyakuzwa lokho kodwa-ke anginalo ulwazi lwakho.
So, as an experienced member of the South African Police Services, when an accused person is first brought into the police station or into the cells, what documentation is being completed there?
Manje-ke njengephoyisa-ke eliwaziyo umsebenzi dala likhona futhi emsebenzini-ke uma-ke mhlawumbe umsola-ke lethwe e-police station-ke amaphi amaphepha-ke agcwaliswayo?
It will be the OB entry will be made, SAPS 14, SAPS 22 if there's any belongs to him, and also the SAPS 14A. That's right.
Amaphepha-ke agcwaliswa-ke makafika lo muntu kuyoba yi-OB SAPS 14 no-SAPS 22 mangabe khona mhlawumbe into zakhe azogcinela zona no-SAP 14A.
And then what is an SAP 14A?
Is the constitutional right.
Manje-ke mawukhuluma-ke ngo-SAP 14A ukhuluma ngani-ke uthi ngikhuluma-ke ngamalungelo akhe.
I want to show you a copy of Exhibit LL1. Can you identify that document?
Yes, that is the SAPS 14A that I'm referring, my lord.
Funa ukukhombisa ke iphepha ke lithize ke ngicela ungitshele ukuthi yini lo phepha lelo. Ufakazi ke ilona ke iphepha ke lamalungelo omsolo.
And then on top of the document, what is it written there?
It is written,
Okay, let me read it. Nongoma 16310-2018.
Nongoma 16310-2018.
Lapha phezulu ubhalwe ke unongoma 16310 2018.
And then followed by OB number 467 of 6 2020. Can't see if it's 2021 or 2020.
Bese kuyaqhubeka ke kunenamba ke OB ethi 467/6 angisaboni kahle ukuthi 2020 noma 2021.
Okay, and then the cell,
Cell number 64 of 6 2020.
I-cell number ke nayo ke 64 ka-6 ka-2020.
and then number 1, you are being detained for the following reason.
You are detained for the following reason, which is murder.
Kuthi ke number 1 uyasho ke isizathu sokuthi ke agcine noma ke aboshwe qala lokubulala.
Okay. So, the information that you have just placed on record so far, what does it represent in your experience as a colonel in the South African Police Service?
It represents that the members has been informed of the reason for his detain.
Manje ke lokho ke sokukhulumela la enkantolo manje ke ekhuluma ke ngawo amanombolo ke wama OB nakho konke lokho ukuthi boshelweni kusho ukuthini konke lokho ke uthi kusho ukuthi ke lowo muntu ke lowo ke uyachazela ukuthi ke utsheliwe ngamalungelo akhe.
And then detained on which charge?
He was detained for the murder case, for Nongoma's case, 163 of 2018.
Yebo futhi ke iyachazwa ukuthi ke ugcinele yini uboshelweni qala ukubulala ke lakanongoma inombolo yakho na ku 16310 ka-2018.
So, can you assist me here? When this document is issued, is it issued in triplicate?
That's correct, my lord.
Ngicela ungisize ke la mnumzane le phepha leli lamalungelo ke lokhuluma ngawo ke uma ke semhlambe lenzwa balivela ke livela kathathu na lapho ubhala kanye kodwa ke kube khona amanye amakhophi avelayo ngokuthi yebo kunjani.
And can you explain how each copy is dispatched?
Okay, the first copy is the one that is given to the suspect self. The other one is the one, one is attached in the docket. The other copy is the original that is remaining in the register.
Manje ke eloqala ke liyanikezwa yena umuntu oboshiwe elesibili ke lishiwa ke ku docket elesithathu ke lishiwa ku register.
Thank you. And then, do you as commanders also inspect this SAP 14A book?
We are inspecting the SAPS 14 book.
Manje ke wena ke njengekhomanda nani ke niya lapha nohlola ke lona incwadi le SAP 14A uthi yebo kunjani.
What is the reason for inspection?
To make sure that the suspects who are in the cells have been notified of their rights.
Manje ke yini ke isizathu sokuthi niye lapho ke nohlola ke lezo ncwadi lezo SAP 14 ke izathu ukuthi manje sikwazi ukuthi ke manje labantu abasemaseleni ke baye baziswa ke ngamalungelo abo.
Now, let's move to the middle of the document, certificate by detainee. Can you start where it says I?
Certificate by detainee, I, Boganis,
Sandiso.
Sandizo Mdanzi. That's the name of the detainee.
Thank you.
Hereby certify that I have been informed in Zulu of my right in terms of the constitutional set out above by Sergeant. I can't read this surname.
It's M-O-G, Mo.
Okay, MOGU.
I cannot even make up from my own copy, yes.
And that I understand the contents thereof.
Thank you.
Uyafunda ke ufakazi ke lapha kulama kule phepha leli ke lamalungelo uyasho nokuthi-ke manje-ke kunakho okubhalwe khona-ke mina Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi amagama akhe umsolwa ngiye ngatshelwa-ke ngaso-ke isiZulu ngitshelwa-ke amalungelo ami la nginawo etshelwa-ke uyena-ke uSergeant kusho futhi nesuku-ke i-16 zikaJune 2020.
Thank you. And then the date and time and place?
Date and time is 2020-06-16. Time is 2245. Place is Pretoria North.
Usuku-ke 2020-06-16 isikhathi-ke 22:45 indawo Pretoria North.
And then signature, thumbprint of detainee and signature of person informing the detainee.
Signature is there from the detainee and signature of a person informing him of the detainee. I can't read there. It's the same one that has
Kuvele futhi-ke kulamaphoyisa-ke lapho kusayinde khona-ke nalo muntu oboshiwe kuphinde kuvele-ke naye lo owamgcina-ke noma-ke ngingakwazi ukumbona ukuthi ubani kodwa yafana-ke nalenye ile phezulu.
So, sir, are you prepared to admit before this court that the detention as per Exhibit LL1 was in relation to Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo ngiyavuma ukuthi-ke manje ukugcina kwakhe lowo muntu lo ubegcinwa-ke ngecala-ke lakaNongoma.
Now,
That is it's a very unfair question, but actually it's very odd. This witness has never been part of that investigation. It is only on paper that has been referred to as to the reason why this witness has been, as to the reason why accused number 2 has been detained. Whether that is true or not, it is not for this witness to come and tell this court that is true or not. It is only on paper. Whether that paper is correct or not, it's something else, man.
Yeah,
But
fine.
to say to
That's
this,
okay.
Are you prepared to admit that?
Now, yeah, fine, I hear that, but
Thank
I
you.
don't see it from that perspective. Sir, you are a very, very senior officer. You deal with papers every day, every hour. You want to tell me, when you read a document which is written and enunciated and signed, you won't know what it refers to, in what context?
I will do that, my lord.
Thanks.
Umeli-ke uyasukuma la nkantolo athi-ke nkosi enkantolo kodwa-ke lo mbuzo-ke lo ubuzo lofakazi-ke umbuzo-ke ungazwakali kahle ngoba-ke ufakazi lo ubengekho lapho akazi necala konke akwaziyo yilokho okubhalwe phansi.
Sorry, can I just have a look at that? I've seen it. I'm just saying, for any man who's a layman, just bring it here. So that,
Inkosi enkantolo-ke yambuza ukuthi manje baba uphoyisa uye wathi-ke uliphoyisa dala wenza umsebenzi uliphoyisa futhi usebenza ngawo amaphepha-ke anyeke uzuwazi wena uma ubona iphepha libhaliwe ukuthi-ke lelo phepha lelo likhuluma ngani futhi ufakazi-ke ngiyakwazi lokho.
yeah, this is a document termed Notice of Right in terms of the Constitution, Section 35 of Act number 108 of 1966. And it has a serial number, S21662 765, right? And then Section 35 of Act number 105 of 1996. 1, you are being detained for the following reason. Then the next line, it says murder. I'm sure you won't read maintenance. It's written for you, murder. Are you with me?
That's correct, my lord.
Right. Any person who is detained for the following rights: A, you have the right to consult a legal practitioner of your choice, or should you wish to prefer to apply to the legal aid board to be provided by the state with the services of a legal practitioner. B, you have the right to challenge the lawfulness of your detention in person before a court of law and to be released. And you also have the right to be detained under conditions consonant with human dignity. You also have the right to include at least the provision of adequate accommodation, nutrition, reading, material and medical treatment, and at state expense. 6D, you have the right to be given the opportunity to communicate with and be visited by your spouse or partner, next to kin, religious counselor and or medical practitioner, or your choice. Just to save time, how many times do you think you've read this document in your career? About?
I can't recall, but I've read them many times, my
Yeah,
lord.
it must be. So, are you saying this document can baffle you?
No, no, my
Where,
lord.
where it says certificate by a detainee, and then you write Kaiser Mutaung.
No, my lord.
Okay, fine. That's just wanted to demonstrate that this gentleman is an expert. He deals with these documents day in, day out. And he reads. He's an educated gentleman. So when he reads a document which refers to a person who's being charged with murder, and he's being informed in Zulu, and the date is given, the time is given, how can he make a mistake? Okay, fine. Thanks.
Inkosi enkantolo ke nayo ke iyabeka la inkantolo ukuthi ke lo umlisa ke lo mekhoti namhlanje ke ujwayele ke ukusebenza ke ngawa amaphepha lafana nalawa ke kuyi amaphepha ke lawa amalungelo abantu futhi ke anyakaza yenza iphutha lapha kubhalwe khona ke murder yena khuluma indaba ze-maintenance sondlo ukudla komntwana futhi ke uyawazi umthetho dala wenza nalikhathi ebhala futhi lana ke esho ukuthi ke umsola lo ke uyatshela amalungelo wakhe owatshela ngesizulu futhi le phepha liyakhomba futhi nesuku futhi nesikhathi ngamanye amagama engisho ukuthi ngifuna ukukhombisa ukuthi lo muntu esikhuluma ngaye namhlanje ke ufundile futhi ke uyawazi lamaphepha le dala futhi esebenza ngawo asinto entsha kuyena.
Yes, sir.
The gist of my objection is, are you prepared to admit here at court that accused number 2 was arrested in respect of Kwantuboma case for murder? Then I am saying that is an unfair question because this witness was not part of the investigation. It is only on paper where it is indicated that Mr. Ntanzi was arrested for a Wanongoma.
No, you are right,
case.
Mr. You are correct.
Yes.
But this gentleman is reading a document, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's it. So what he's reading is conveying what is written there. Am I correct, sir?
The
You are
gist
correct,
of
my
the
lord.
question-
Hello, just wait. Yes, sir, he can tell us.
You are correct, my lord. It's what is on this document.
Yes, so it's on the screen there. There's no magic about it.
That
Okay.
is what I'm saying, my lord, that it cannot be put to him whether or not he's prepared, but on paper, that is what it says. He can only go with what the paper is saying because it's not part of the investigating team.
And that's correct.
Thank you,
He is
ma'am.
reading a document.
Yes. ma'am.
That's it. He doesn't have to speculate about that document. He's reading it. And he deals with it day in, day out. Senior police officer.
The question that are you then prepared to admit is very unfair. He can only go with what is written in the paper. Whether it is correct or not, it's something else.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Go ahead.
Umnumzane umisi ke usachaza la inkantolo ukuthi ke inkinga ukuthi phela manje ke umbuzo ngendlela uze ngakhona ukuthi ke ufakazi lo la inkantolo ke uzimisele ukuvuma ukuthi vele umsola ke waboshwa ke kulecala lelo ubulala kwaNongoma ngoba ke uqala yena kufakazi lona ke ube ngekho ke futhi asomunye abantu abaphenyayo akwenza nje ukuthi afunde lokubhalwe phansi nenkosi enkantolo yazambuza ukuthi kuyana ke manje ke kunjalo ukuthi ufunda phansi ke uthi ke yebo ngifunda phansi ke ithi inkosi enkantolo ke lo muntu lo ufunda lokubhalwe phansi akazicabangeli into ayikhulumayo ufunda konke lokubhalwe phansi futhi ujwayele futhi ukusebenza ngawo amaphepha afana nalawo.
Okay, sir, let me ask you like this. Do you issue this document at the CSC when someone comes to certify a document?
No, we don't issue them for when someone is coming to certify a document. It's only in the SAPS.
Manje ke thi ubuze lo mbuzo futhi ngibuze ngalendlela leke mnumzane lamaphepha lesikhuluma ngawo lawa ke kwamalungelo kwabantu ke mangabe mhlawumbe ukhona umuntu ophuma ngaphandle nje ukuze emahovisineni ufuna ke ucertify ke mhlawumbe amaphepha wakhe niyamnika lo muntu lelo phepha leli lamalungelo na uthi cha asikwenzi lokho so la amaphepha siwakhipha nje phela emaseleni.
When do you issue this document?
When someone is arrested.
Siwakhipha nje uma ngabe khona umuntu ke oboshiwe.
So, this document in front of you, Exhibit LL1, what does it represent?
It represents that the suspect has been arrested and has been informed of the reason for his arrest.
Manje ke le phepha
Thank
lephambi kwakho leli ke uLL1 ke lisho ukuthini ke futhi kofakazi lisho ukuthi ke umsolwa ke sekaboshiwe futhi umsolwa lowo ke utsheliwe ngamalungelo akhe.
Let me hand you the original SAP10 from Pretoria North, just to conclude on this point.
I'm able to follow. Just a clarification. The state is asking this witness whether do you issue this document. When he says to him, you, is he referring to this witness as a member of the police, or him as a station commander, or him as an investigating officer?
Umnumzana umnisi ke ufuna ukwazi ukuthi ke manje ngoba umbuzo ukuthi ke wena ke uyawakhipha lamaphepha la ufuna ukwazi ukuthi mawuthi wena ukhuluma ukuthi ngaye njengomuntu ozimele noma ngaye njengomuntu oyilungu lamaphoyisa noma ngaye ke njenge station commander.
Are you here in your personal capacity, or you are here as a police officer?
I'm here as a police officer, madam.
Manje ke Colonel ke ula inkantolo namhlanje ngomuntu ozimele noma ula inkantolo namhlanje ngephoyisa na uthi ke Colonel ngila namhlanje inkantolo ke njengephoyisa.
So when I say you, I'm referring to you as a police officer.
Manje
If there's an objection again, my lord.
ngawe njengomuntu oyiphoyisa.
That is where the misunderstanding is. The state is asking him. He is here as a police officer, but specifically attached to the station, to the police station, not as part of the investigating team. These documents are only issued, or this document are issued to the suspect by those who are arresting him. That is the process. They do not get issued by the police those that are cell commanders or whatever. Those rights come from the investigating team, the arresting officer, which is why I'm saying on the point of clarification. As to when the state says you, is he referring to this witness as a station commissioner, or as a cell commander, as an investigating team, or as a police in general, as him as a member of the police? That's where the misunderstanding is.
Umnumzana umnisi uyachaza ukuthi uphambana kulana ke ngoba manje ke lamaphepha la sikhuluma ngawo ke amaphepha ke akhishwa ke ilabantu laba ke ukubona babopha umuntu ke base bamtshela amalungelo manje ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi uma ngabe umbuso ukuthi ke wena ukhuluma ngaye ke lo muntu lona njenge station commander noma ke umunye wabaphinyi baqala noma umunye kosebenza khona lapha e police station.
My apologies, Mr. Colonel Toka. By whom are these documents issued?
Are issued by the arresting officer, my lord.
Ngiyaxolisa ke mzana Mthoka manje lamaphepha la ukhuluma ngawo kwamalungelo ke owabantu ke ubani ke wakhiphayo ke yasho ukuthi kakhishwa ke ababophile lowo muntu.
Are the arresting officers members of the South African Police Services?
Yes, correct, my lord.
Manje ke lawo bantu ababophike umuntu oboshiwe ke nabo bayilungu lamaphoyisa la eningizimu na uthi yabo kunjani.
Okay, I want to show you the original SAP10 just to finalize this aspect. Entry number 467. Yes, can you please, what is retained on record? My apologies.
Okay. Serial number 467 will be, time is 2200, 2242, in transistor 2, Detective Sergeant Moani of National Cold Cases Unit with one male suspect of Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018. Name of the person is Bungani Ndanzi. SAPS 14 number is 64/06/2022. SAPS 14A is 512-66765. Time of arrest is 2100 hours with no injury. Contact number of Sergeant Mohali's cell phone number is mentioned by law.
Uyafunda ke lapha kubhalwe khona ku number 467 isikhathi ke uthi in transistor 2242 Sergeant Mohale ubuya ke national office uza ke ne suspect yodwa ke ebuya kaNongoma ubongani uNtanzi SAP 14 ke 640424 u14A ke 5412665 isikhathi sokuboshwa kwakhe ke 2100 futhi ufika kubona ke ingenakho ke nokulimala kube khona futhi na cell phone number yakhe ke oyisameni.
Okay, now let's refer to the record. 9 February 2024, page 56. I'll start reading. Mr. Ramos Sipele, that is the representative of accused number 2. Now, let us quickly go to the events of the 26th and 27th and 5 March 2021, 26 October. Do you recall that date? Evidence laid in this court is that on the 26th of October 2020, you were charged for this matter for Loras case 636 of 10/2014. A notice of rights were given to you. Warrants of arrest were served on you. Do you recall that? Interpreter 26. You can interpret, ma'am.
Masiyeke manje sobheka ufakazi obathola la enkantolo mhla ka9 February ngo2024 sikuthola ke ku page number 56 lapho ke Mr. Ramsipelo kuya nabuzo imibuzo ebuza ke ngama dates ke 26 October 27 nange 5 sika March uthi ke usakhumbula ukuthi ngale nkathi ke uyawa charge ke icala lela seFosloras nangale nkathi lekonikezwa ke amalungelo wakho.
Thank you. Does exhibit LL1 reflect Fosloras case 636 of 10/2014?
No, my lord. The case that is reflecting on exhibit LL1 is Nongoma 163 of 10/2018, my lord.
Manje ke lama phapha la ke owaphethe kuwena ke uLL1 ke uveza licala ke lase Force Mama lephi ke uthi ke cha liveza ke kaNongoma ucala lokubulala ke une number ke u0163 u10 ka2018.
And then let me continue reading. Accused 2, my lord, I do not remember that as I was charged on the 16th June and I was arrested at that point. I have never been charged on 26 October. I will pause. My lord, I do not remember that as I was charged on 16 June and I was arrested at that point. I have never been charged on 26 October.
Uyaphendula ukuthi ke nkosenkantolo ke ngisakhumbula kodwa ngikwazi ukuthi ke mina ke ngachajwa ke nge16 zika June lapho ngiboshelwe khona ngizange ke ngize ngicharge ke mhla ka26 October.
In light of that exhibit LL1 and the OB that you have read, what is your comment regarding what I've just read now?
Okay, my comment is that Sergeant Mogane has notified or has arrested the person whom he had detained at Pretoria North and for Nongoma 163 of 10/2018, and his rights were informed, my lord.
Mina ngakusho ke malana ke nale maphepha oqala ngawafunda nalawo wesibili ukuthi ke Sergeant Mogane lo muntu ke ambophile ke wamgcina ke wamcela phe Pretoria North ke umgcine ke ngecala ke la kaNongoma lela le 16310 ka2018.
Okay, I'll continue reading from accused 2. I was informed by Mohale, should read Mohane, that I've been charged for the matter of Senzo, because, my lord, even when he opened the cells, when he went there, there was a desk and he had documents which he then placed them down and informed me that I am being charged for the murder of Senzo in Fosloras.
Uyachaza futhi ke umsolo sibili makaphendula uthi ke mina ngatshelwa uyena uMogale ukuthi ke manje ke ngithwesa amacala ecala lika Senzo futhi ke uyangena lapha ngene khona bekunetafule futhi ke bekunamaphepha lawa beke etafuleni wasengitshela ukuthi cala leli kaSenzo ke phosphorus.
Does Exhibit LL1 reflect phosphorus case 636 of 10/2014?
No, my lord, it reflects non-coma case 163 of 10/2018, my lord.
Ke we-exhibit LL1 kuyawuveza udaba ke lase-phosphorus kuyoveza ke kuqala lakanongoma lokubulala ke enombolo ke uyona 16310 ka-2018.
Then I'll continue reading on page 57, proceedings of 9 February 2024. Mr. Ramos Sepili, now you are done, sir. Choose 2. And my lord, what surprised me is that why was I not given a document that looks similar to that one which I was charged for possession of ammunition in Northwest? Because the document that looks like this one, I did not have for this particular matter.
Manje ke siseqhubeka ke uthi sesibhekise ku page number 57 ngazo ke 9 zika February ngo-2024 lapho Mr. Ramsipile mbuzo uqedile mnumzana wathi ke kodwa ngosenkantolo ke mina ngiye ngamanga ukuthi wayengazange nginikezwe lela phepha leli lifana nale la enganikezwe lapha eNorthwest ke ngale nkathi ngithosa amacala ke etholakala ngenhlamvu.
Thank you. Because you were not in court, the document that he's referring to regarding the Northwest ammunition matter is the notice of rights, similar to the one that is before you.
Manje ke ngoba ke mina mnumzana ubungekho court ke le phepha lelaphuma ngalo ke umhlola ke ile phepha lama notices ama notice amalungelo wakhe leli lifana nalo leli elikhona khona la court.
Now, I want to introduce a new exhibit, my lord. It's marked A206 in the case docket that was disclosed to the defense, the notice of rights in terms of the Constitution. It will be marked exhibit ZZZ10.
Uthi umbuso ke khona ke linye iphepha ke lisha afuna ukuliveza la inkantolo elibhale u-A206 exhibit ZZZ10.
And another document will be marked exhibit ZZZ11.
Enye futhi ke kuzoba ke exhibit ZZZ11.
I think there's an objection, my lord, from the left.
I'm not understanding. I hear my learned colleague saying he's introducing a new exhibit in cross-examination. What procedure are we talking about here? I'm not understanding, my lord. I'm objecting on that basis because whatever is being introduced, if it's new, does not belong in cross-examination of this witness, my lord. The state has closed its case. If that was not also introduced in the state's case, it cannot be introduced here in the defense case without them requesting to reopen their case and deal with that exhibit at the end of the defense case, my lord. I'm not understanding this procedure sometimes.
Umnumzana Ramsipile ke uyasukuma uthi ke ngosenkantolo ke ngizanixakeka la ngoba ke uthi ke umbuso ke unamadocument amasha athanda ukuthi ke angawaveza la enkantolo kanjani ngoba ke bona baye banikeza ithuba ke baba nethuba lokuthi ke baveze konke abanako abakwazi ukuthi baveze ngaphandle ke uma bethi ke mhlambe kunofakazi obusha bafuna ukuqala phansi bavule futhi ke icase kodwa lokho kufanele bakwenze uma sesiqedile nathi ke ngofakazi ke babo abasola bala enkantolo abanikeze bamane bakufake nje la.
So, the state cannot simply say, now my lord, I want to introduce a new exhibit, I'm going to mark it www. No, that's not procedure. The state must request an indulgence. It must apply, my lord. There's a document that I would want to introduce. May I be afforded the indulgence to address the court? Why do I want to introduce this document at this juncture of a crime, at this point of the proceedings, ma'am? And then he lays the basis. Why did they fail to introduce that document when they were leading their own witnesses? But you just don't stand up and say, my lord, now I want to introduce this document. It's going to be marked exhibit what, and then he proceeds. That's unethical. It's also unprocedural. I
Yes,
stand with the objection that has been raised by Mr. Ramusipili.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yes, Mr.
Nami-ke ngisama ngalokho usho uMramsipili ukuthi lo mbuso angeke uzibani usukume nje ukuthi-ke khona abunye ufakazi obunye obusha abafuna ukufaka bese bakubiza ukuthi-ke u-www othize-ke funeka bacela inkantolo ukuthi inkosi enkantolo kunobufakazi obusha kunamadokhumenti efuna ukuwafaka sicela umthando-ke usinikeze-ke lelo thuba ukuthi kwenze lokho anyekeze bamane bafike nje basifakele ufakazi obusha ubungekho eqaleni ngalenkathi-ke kukhuluma.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'll get you the handing in part at a later stage. At this stage, I would like to then show this witness a certain document, my lord, that I will request him to identify. No, it's fine.
My lord, we understand the rules of a direct leading examination. We understand cross-examination. We understand re-examination. If there's a fourth one that Advocate Tibanda wants to introduce, he must tell us, my lord. We are governed by procedure here, the Criminal Procedure Act. Introducing a document that is not even exhibited to the defense, directly to a witness, understand the witness that is called by the defense. I'm saying, my lord, in this case, the miseducation of Mr. Ramusipili continues here. I don't know what is happening here. I came here knowing procedures that we followed from time in memoriam. We are reinventing the wheel here in this court now.
Sorry, which document do you want to introduce, as you say?
It's a notice of rights, my lord.
A notice of rights.
That's correct.
The one the colonel was reading.
Another one, my lord.
But it's still, wait. It's still a notice of rights.
That is correct.
In terms of which section?
Section 35 of the Constitution, my lord.
Is that in our law?
That is correct.
Yeah, you can. He says he wants to introduce a document which is encapsulated in our law. Let's hear what he says about that document.
My lord, it's a document in terms of our law, I agree, but we have not had sight of that document.
But he says he's going to have sight of it. He wants to show it to the colonel. Is that not what you're saying?
It is correct, my lord. And the document was disclosed to the defense. I don't know what is the problem. It was disclosed as part of the docket. In the A section, hence it says A206. It's in the A section of the docket.
Just show them again before I go out. Just show them again.
Abamenyi-ke bayacela ukuthi le phepha nelikhuluma ngalo noma kuyiphepha-ke elihambisana nomthetho kodwa-ke thina asikaliboni futhi asazi ngalo. Ithi inkosi enkantolo kodwa mhlawumbe kumbuso-ke aphinde futhi abakhombise-ke
So were they shown this as part of the docket?
It was disclosed as part of the docket.
Yeah, fine. Just show them again.
I don't have it, man. The A section, I don't have. I mean, the B section of the docket, I don't have.
I said it's in the A section of the docket, not the B section. You don't disclose the B section.
I'm saying this for the first time. I don't have this in my docket.
Umbuso-ke uyakhomba-ke abameni-ke lelo phepha leli akhuluma ngalo-ke uthi umzala umnisi cha hayi inkosi enkantolo mina leli angilazi angazi nje ngakubona.
No, it is also unprocedural to lead this document because it has never been, led in this court.
But your colleague, I'm sitting here, I don't know about those documents, and your colleague there says it was handed over to you guys.
No, it would be unfair. I know this document, what is it all about. It would be unfair to lead this document at this stage, madam. Totally unfair.
Mr. Tabanda.
As the court pleases, my lord. My lord, let me leave the fairness aside. This witness is called by the defense. Disclosure was made, my lord. There are thousands of documents that were disclosed and were not used in the state's case, my lord. Now, this witness is here to answer on issues that I've raised. Cross-examination covers everything. I acknowledge that, I know that. But to raise a completely new document that was not traversed with the IO and all the related members that investigated this case, through all the people that have testified for the state case, to raise it in cross-examination as a new document to a witness under cross-examination, it is a procedure, my lord, and I'll say it without shame. It's unheard of. Whether it belongs to the laws of the Republic of South Africa, there are certain procedures that must be followed. I cannot simply now go and grab a book on maintenance because it belongs to the rules of South Africa and read it to this kennel because we are here, we are in South Africa. It's
Yes,
a real-
okay, fine. There's an objection about that document, sir. They say you are not able to lead it.
My lord,
You cannot
before-
lead it.
That's correct, my lord. Before I respond fully,
Yeah.
this is how I started.
Hello?
This is how I started this questioning, my lord. I read what Mr. Ramosipile said. He introduced these documents indirect, and I'll read what he said. But that is not procedure, Mr. Ramosipile.
You can't teach me about procedure.
You can't.
What's your time
Ramos-
there? I think we must adjourn until tomorrow.
Raise the call, please.
Are you available, Kenneth?
I'm available, my lord.
Yeah, let's come tomorrow. You know, I'm sure these people who are in this court, they're surprised what is happening. Okay, we sit until tomorrow.
Raise the call, please.
Siqhubeka futhi kusasa.